developments.
Let's hear it.
Well, I heard late last night, I think it was, or early in the morning, that Elon Musk is rumored to be wanting to
Oh,
purchase the app.
oh, hmm. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he made Twitter a hellscape, so why
Yeah.
not? Why not make this a
Well, you know what's
hellscape?
interesting is Twitter went a little crazy this morning. I was on there
Yeah,
the morning hours before maybe anybody was even awake. I'm up at like 5 a.m.
yeah. Oh God,
Oh, talk
I
about
just in
hell.
my second hour of sleep by
Right.
then.
Everyone that's in here now is saying, why are you up at 5 a.m.? I had the same question. Yeah.
I'm looking beyond the screen because I was trying to set up a new thing where we could bring up pictures and sound and stuff, but apparently TikTok
Uh,
don't like
Ticky
that.
tacky. They're
Ticky
shutting
tocky,
down the
ticky.
servers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
wow.
I think. Well, oh, what was the other development? Is it Ed Markey here in
Ed
Massachusetts?
Ed Markey's out of control.
Well,
He's
he's
wild. He's taken to the streets with a megaphone.
he's got a what is it? A petition to
Yes.
extend
Yeah.
the ban by like 300 days.
Ooh.
Excuse me. Tuna for lunch, delicious.
Mmm.
Like I don't know, it's like 300
Tasty.
days somewhere around there. So we have time to, I guess,
Yeah.
do this all over again.
Fantastic.
So he's there've been several TikTokers that I follow that have been, and I think I might have even shared the Janice loves the hat. Yeah, this is the
Oh,
other
hey,
one I was there.
Janice. Welcome. How are you?
And feel free to come up if you would
Yeah.
like.
Give your 2 cents.
Yes, it's 5 o'clock, live at five,
Yeah.
everybody,
Live at
live
5.
at 5. And you know what I like to play when it's
Hit it.
live at 5? Hit it.
TikTok, you don't stop.
TikTok, you do stop.
Do, 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 do,
TikTok, you
do.
do stop. TikTok, you do. Apparently, TikTok does stop.
Yeah. In 6 days. Or maybe 5. I don't know.
There are so many people going live. Everybody wants that piece of the
Oh,
pie.
yeah. Well, that's
This
just
hat
it.
is really, I got to get closer. Who knew that this hat,
Well,
oh, this way. Who knew? I'm going to just stand just like the whole broadcast.
who's Oprah?
Oh, my God. Does anybody not know who Oprah is?
Comment below.
I did watch that clip. A matter of fact, when I
Yeah.
downloaded the show, TikTok specifically automatically chose that clip to be
Wow.
a highlight.
Oh, wow.
And I was
It
like,
really
oh,
was.
yeah.
Well, the whole chat room, I think, just collapsed. It was, what?
Oprah. I mean,
Oprah.
where do you
Wow.
go from there?
I
We've
don't
got to
know.
have a certain set of standards in this country.
Yeah, but what's interesting is that, the things we talk about here, it's like they come about in reality because that on Twitter, that pop craze account that I follow, which is just like a TMZ knockoff
Yeah.
of TMZ, they said that Oprah was misidentified as Whoopi in an airport.
Wait a minute.
I
Wait a
kid you
minute.
not. I kid you not. I read
That
it
really happened?
online. Yes.
Oh,
I
and
know everyone thinks I was being a jerk on here. I was not.
no.
Do I
But now,
fabricate? Yes.
well, we like to have fun. This is under the comedy
Well, come
heading.
on. Oh,
But
you're not.
wait a
Oh, you're
minute.
not allowed to make fun here, though. Ty
You
said. I agree with Ty.
did you post a picture on Twitter of Oprah and Whoopi, but Whoopi was Keenan
Right.
Thompson from Saturday Night Live, which
Yes.
made it even funnier.
Yeah. So then someone added Keenan from Saturday Night Live.
Oh, they tagged him in the tweet,
Yeah.
and your Twitter is at BScoops. There's an S on the end. Anybody wants to check it out?
Or you just go on the TikTok and take the poll.
I don't know what's going. Oh yeah, TikTok.
I don't know what's going on.
Because
and
I'm getting
then
spam text messages. I'm getting people. Hi,
it's
Mary.
Oprah.
Are you out for lunch today? And I go, who the, you
Who
know?
is this? You have
And
an
it's
unpaid parking ticket. Press Y for
yeah.
yes.
Just click on this link
Click
and
this link.
enter your bank details. I am officially going through male menopause. I just want everyone to know.
Breaking
It's 30
news.
degrees outside, and I am
Right.
having the hot flash of my life. I was in the supermarket, minding my own business, looking for my chicken. Chick, 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 chicky. And it was like flames on the side, flames on the side of my head.
Oh, I love that movie.
And I felt, yes, the great Madeline Kahn. Clue. It's funny. Isn't that funny how all those years ago when we were kids when it came out, but
I know.
we recognized it for the camp that it became.
Well,
Because
when you
I
were
went and saw it like 3 times at the theater when I was a kid.
Oh, yes.
Clue.
Every weekend I would rent it from Blockbuster there. Remember that? You used to have to run out to
Oh,
grab
the
the
bug.
movie, not just hit play.
So, but if I do overheat and kill over, just keep going.
I'll just
I
end it
get
on
my
my
medical
end.
ID in my Apple phone. They'll know who to call. Janice is one of them. She's the top
Janice?
one, I think. I thought she was coming up.
Oh,
I don't-
she's busy.
well, she is. She was out and about earlier. She
We
was
get it.
checking
We
in
get
with me.
As everybody's busy.
It's just busy, busy, busy. Everybody's
I'm hoping
we s-
maybe someone who's trans could come in and talk or
a trans person because
yes,
of the topics that were
the
brought up.
topics.
You know, I really don't go for any kind of hatred because when you
No.
are in the real world and you're out and
I
about,
know.
you know that people are just people.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was Bill Maher, although he's on my naughty list lately. But he said
Really?
something about, well, let's put that aside for a moment. This is what he said about Little Richard. When people would say, like, are people born gay or whatever?
Right.
Have you seen Little Richard? He would say, because he was just, oh, there she is. How do I bring her up?
Go to guest.
Oh, I think I just did it.
Yeah, she takes care of it on her. There she is.
Oh, very good.
There she is.
Oh, all right. I'm liking the conversation. You guys are sounding great. Finish
you.
what you were saying, Paul.
That was it. People, you know, we were talking about trans and people don't believe they
Yeah.
exist and gay. And, you know, Bill Maher said, you know, have you seen Little Richard? I mean, they're just some feminine.
What's that got to do with anything?
Hold on. There's
Exactly.
2 voices coming
That's
out of that
Mark.
account.
It's Mark, her co-host.
Oh, she's going to go.
She, your co-host has a friend who's a co-host to a
This
co-host.
sounds totally insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, people don't get out. They don't see real other people, you know?
Paul, here's what I say. Trans, gay, whatever. You're born the way you are. I mean,
Lady Gaga sang it in a song.
yeah,
Yeah.
and people don't choose this because everybody's friggin' wants to beat you up. You know, I mean, this is how you're born. And
Since the beginning of time, that's the way it's
right.
been.
100%. And I love you. I love you.
Oh,
I love BScoop.
Thank you. We
Just
love
the-
you.
Just the way you are.
did you hear me say I had a hot flash in the supermarket, like a male menopause?
Paul, there is male menopause.
There
but you
is,
Might
yeah.
have some female stuff going on.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We'll go to the doctor tomorrow.
Yes. I'm going to go to urgent care.
First thing.
Trump is garbage. Yeah, Warren, I see that.
Yeah, baby. Oh, here
Well,
we
we
go.
want-
34 felonies.
We
I see
welcome-
that.
Well, let's ask her. Are all felons pedophiles? I mean, that's what a guest said yesterday.
Are
on the
all
show.
what?
Ridiculous.
It was a ridiculous statement.
What was it?
but,
Well, that guy yesterday, Ty.
And he said what? Who's pedophiles?
all felons.
All felons?
That was his definition of a felon. They're pedophiles.
Well, then he's calling Trump a pedophile?
Well, that's what I was trying to get to, but you couldn't joke around with them. So.
I know he was very, very serious.
Yes, no joking.
Yes, news can't be serious. People can't be serious.
Don't get Mark started with the Trump thing.
Uh-oh.
He wants to leave the country.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
you're
Oprah.
almost there. You have a
I'm as
clear
close to
shot
that
to
as I can
Canada.
be.
Yeah, honest to goodness.
He's
How many
in Maine.
days?
He's in Maine in his. We're in Maine in his little.
Yeah,
little
just get in the
oasis.
car and go north, and you'll be
Right.
in Canada, unless
Get
we
out.
attack. Unless we attack Canada.
Yeah, he said it's about 3 hours away. Who knows? We might head out there.
That's easy. That's nothing. 3
Nice.
hours, please.
It's not
you-
nice.
It's like driving back to Boston.
Yeah,
It's like driving back to Boston.
Or from exactly. So anyway, we just opened the broadcast. BScoop and I are both I'm in menopause. He's feeling a
Hey,
little
wait a minute. Gemma
nauseous.
Coop, Gemma and them Coop. Don't say homo.
Oh, that's fine.
What's wrong with you?
Free speech, she'll
She
say.
might be talking about milk
Yeah.
homogenized.
Yeah, homogenized.
Because milk is in the news too.
Hey,
People
Yeah, milk
They
is in
wanna-
the headlines today.
They
David
wanna-
says make America gay again. Yes.
There you go.
But a lot of people want to drink raw milk. Have you heard about this? This is all this JFK nonsense. Yeah, give me that good old raw milk. And get it all the bacteria because they say, well, the Amish are fine. Oh yeah,
Milk
they're
is in
fine.
both men and women. Are you reading your comments?
No, because they can be distracting. No,
No
But
more
the-
gay. Keep it in your bedroom. If you don't like it, then get off.
Well,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's fine. We're not,
No, we
let
don't
them.
like hate people. We don't like
Yes.
haters.
Well, Sophia Petrillo
Right.
also asked on the Golden Girls 40 years ago, why do men have nipples? So, and the reason is because all fetuses are female to begin with. Did you know that?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
TikTok is telling me if I want to filter unwanted comments to hit the settings, but no, let them all through.
No.
all
know,
right. It's free speech. That's
It's
what
America.
we're talking about. So
The final week.
Yeah. And these MAGA supporters are really going to find out. He's already failed before he even got there.
yeah,
They're
look.
really.
I mean, they found them guilty on what just happened with that woman, but
Oh, yeah.
he doesn't even have to pay her anything. Nothing. No jail
I
time.
think he's
Nothing.
gotta pay her.
No, I don't know. Unless she does a
I
civil
think he
suit.
does.
Get a civil suit.
Yeah, I think he does. He does have to pay her.
But
a bit-
he doesn't have to serve any time or pay any fines for,
Right.
for his felonies.
Trump is more popular now than ever. Fake convictions and smear jobs.
Yeah, everything is fake against him. Do you notice that?
Isn't
Yeah,
that
How is that
interesting?
possible?
Oh
How
my
did
God.
so much fakeness against one man?
As a woman, that man is a freaking sexist pig who joyfully is speaking about grabbing women's, so and so's and this and that, like it's like playing ball when you're a kid. I don't get it.
Yeah, he's a child. I mean, any psychiatrist will tell you he's got the mentality of about a 5-year-old and the vocabulary.
Yeah, the only thing he's got is money, and he doesn't.
Money.
He doesn't
Money,
spend it.
I got the best money.
Let's go by Greenland and Iceland.
Well, people, there have been now detailed maps about all the resources under the ice in Greenland, all the natural gas BScoop, were you mentioning that to me too?
What
You
what
knew
was
about
it?
Greenland has all those natural resources in it.
That's right.
why,
Yeah.
That's why Trump is interested. He wants
Well,
to drill.
That's
Gemma
right.
Coop says Greenland is needed for national security.
Well, that might be Trump.
Yeah.
Jenna might be Trump. He has a lot of alternate identities.
Trump is in the house on live.
Mr. Drumpf. Should I get my other hat? Or
Oh, I like the drum.
Drumpf.
Does everybody know that his maiden name was Trump?
His maiden name.
I mean, well, you
And
didn't
that
know that he was
he
gay.
used to be a
He
housewife. No, he used to be a housewife. I think he went through the. Oprah was at the airport. Look at
we
were
already
talking
covered
about
that. Yeah. Who said that?
Our friend that every day brings up
Oh,
Oprah.
I told you we talk about things that comes up. It's like it's reality. It's wild.
I wish I could find that song again. I
Oh
thought I
my
saved it.
gosh.
You know, I like to replay everything.
What, TikTok, you don't stop to the TikTok, you don't
Oh, I
stop.
have that one.
TikTok,
You
you
do
don't
stop.
stop.
TikTok, you do stop.
TikTok, you don't stop.
There's one about Oprah, but I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
Make America gay again. Because it's so silly, all these slogans. You know, they can't remember more than 3 or 4 words.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Apparently people want.
Oh, look at Colonel Mustard joined. We were also talking about
Oh,
Clue. Colonel
that's
Mustard.
so interesting. See,
Yeah.
Colonel Mustard in the dining room with the hammer.
Miss Scarlet.
Apparently people want Keenan to do Whoopi again now too.
Really? Wow.
That's what Euron Tho said. He was on the
we-
other day. Or she. We don't know.
Who was?
We had Goofy, that Euron person.
Oh yeah, no, he's here every day. He talks
What's
about
goofy
Oprah.
leftoids mean? You have hemorrhoids?
They're on the left side.
Ouch.
Look, a cult meeting. No, we're not a cult. We're free
Ooh.
Americans and we want to stay that way. Somebody else wants to be a dictator. You get that?
Maybe, you know, people might be getting confused because of this hat.
I think so.
Um,
Leave it on so they can
leave-
find out the definition at the end of 2 hours from now. Stand by, please.
And George W. Bush just joined. You're not going to fool
George,
me
isn't
again.
that great?
I really
Oh,
haven't seen
Paul!
much
Isn't
news.
that great?
Yeah.
Paul,
There
I
was-
don't like that blue mic. We're not blue,
What?
we're red.
No, we're not.
No, we're blue.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's
can
right.
be white.
Oh, sorry. You know, I'm a blonde. I get a little confused sometimes.
There it is.
I mean, it can be white.
No, I told you the white interferes with the comments. You can't see them.
Right. Well, I had a whole different plan for today. So this thing is in a whole different area. You know, it's set up much differently than it.
All right. Anyone wearing a mega hat is a cult member.
This
Well,
is not a MAGA hat.
It's
Read
not
it
a
again.
mega hat. It's not a mega hat.
We're making fun of the mega morons.
Repent. You need to repent.
But
Yes.
make your case. if you
Magic
need to.
ghost in the sky.
The drones.
They were having the Senate panel discussion on Pete Hegseth for the Pentagon nominee there. What do you think of that? Did you see any of that?
I didn't see that.
He was squirming like a little bee. You know, he's the one that got, you know, he was married, cheated on his wife, married, cheated on his wife, married, cheated on his wife, just like the orange one.
The Oompa Loompa. The Oompa Loompa.
He's getting more orange.
Oh my God, he's orange every time. He's getting more and more. Yeah, I think he's from Oompa Loompa land. He needs to come back.
He thinks it makes him look good. He thinks he looks tan. That's how nuts he is.
I know how he doesn't want women in the military. 100%, I agree with that. He's crazy.
Oh,
Some woman can kick a man's ass like you can't believe. Such as
Oh,
myself.
yeah.
Such as
of
myself.
course.
That
It's
is
the real
true. Come around here.
world.
I'll show you some ladies that can do it.
Are you saying cult of morons who hate America about us? That is
No,
speaking?
no, those are that's the MAGA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're a loving people.
You know, I've been hearing so much more about the fires and people wanting to volunteer and bring things, and they
Yes.
have had such an overwhelming outpouring of donations, not only money, but materials and food that they can't take anymore.
Wow.
Yes, the host voted for
Whoa.
Biden. That's me.
All right. All right.
How do they know? Are they on the
We are
Checking
the
the list
world.
twice.
World. We
We
are
are the children. Michael
we
Jackson
are
said
the
it.
ones who make a
Did
bright.
Yeah, he
anybody
did.
learn?
Michael
It's
started it, but they
lucky.
wouldn't know that. See, it's all these 20-year-olds like we had yesterday.
Yeah. There's something going on with the 20-year-olds.
They're not in relationships.
They're not in reality.
No.
Speaking of the Jacksons, did you see the recent picture of LaToya? Oh, look it up right now. Google it.
Let me see.
LaToya Jackson, latest
You look like
picture.
Michael now.
Oh no,
Let me
worse.
see. Hold on.
Worse. She
No.
looks
What
like.
happened?
You remember that skinny girl here on TikTok?
Yes.
Looks just like her.
No.
How did I get a sandwich? Oh, that's
Skin and
Latia. Never
bones.
mind.
That's terrible.
It is.
Paul, you know what? I don't
me
know
see.
if you really have been. I know you guys are doing this on TikTok. Have you seen the woman Deborah Fink that everybody has been following?
Deborah Fink?
Yes, she was sharing her cancer journey.
I haven't seen it, no.
Oh my God, it's all over TikTok. She passed away this morning. Can we
Oh,
Can
God.
everybody's upset on TikTok. Can we take a moment
Yes.
and just say rest in peace, Deborah Fink?
Yes.
Yes.
Miss
Thank
Fink.
you.
Yes.
Thank
Oh,
you.
that was
Rest
nice.
in peace.
Janice will be charged of the death reports. Thank you.
You can. I don't know. Will it make people angry if
Deborah
we do
Fink.
a moment of a prayer too, or
Who's doing the prayer? I don't know any prayers. You know a prayer?
Her favorite song was "You Are My Sunshine."
You are my
there you go, right?
sunshine.
She had 3 sets of twins.
3 sets of twins.
3.
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
3.
What?
3 sets of twins. She was
Wow.
fighting cancer for 5 years, and she wanted to make videos for her kids to look at, and she was making them on TikTok. And
my
then the
God.
whole world was watching, and then everybody
Right.
fell in love with her.
Oh.
And then she passed away this morning, and
God,
it's
she
so sad.
won't be down for dinner.
Oh,
What? This is a comedy show.
When I saw it, I was in tears. I couldn't
Lucky.
believe it.
You crying over somebody's death? I don't believe it.
Lucky. Do you realize
people don't
every
know,
show
I'm
you've said
Paul.
that you won't be down for dinner?
Yes.
If people
Because
don't
whenever-
know, I am Paul's aunt,
Here
and
we
I
go.
love this guy. Paul is one of the smartest people I've
He
ever
is.
met. Kind,
Thank you.
but and his mother recently passed away.
Oh,
No, but she was not a Trumpster, and Paul really was hoping that he didn't win, and he did, and it was very hard for him because
the best part of what
she
my
was
mother
right.
said was the very last thing in her obituary said, "Don't vote for
Vote
Trump."
for Trump. I guess people didn't understand what it said, or they
Yeah.
couldn't read.
I mean, that's how passionate she was against it.
Can't read my last post. I didn't see it. You are triggered by our existence.
Okay.
That I didn't see.
Somebody said he's for straight marriage.
We're gonna, yeah,
Biden said he's for straight marriage.
multiple straight marriage. We're gonna have Trump's running in 2028, 1022, 2036, 2040.
Did your mother have Downs? That's kind of mean. No, she had cancer. Okay,
Did she have what? Downs?
What is it?
Oh, Down
Down
syndrome.
syndrome.
Well, let's not read too much into the comments because
I'm
people
not,
just,
okay.
They
I
just
don't-
come in, they
they're
leave.
what we call keyboard warriors.
I'm gonna
Right.
have to put a piece of tape over my mouth. Hold on.
Oh God.
I don't think it'll last.
This could be not only the end of TikTok, but the end of the good old USA. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
Well, you don't have that song?
I do, but everything's in different place because I had to set up things differently.
Okay.
So.
Trump will be having babies with Ivanka. He already did. Where you been?
Where you been?
Ivanka is dead, isn't she?
She's in the golf club. She's in the ground at the golf club.
Yeah,
That's a golf club.
he keeps banging the ground with his freaking golf club where she's
Well,
buried.
he got a big tax break or something. Let's see. I
Right.
got so many wires here. Let's see if this one works.
Ugh. Ooh. I took the tape off. Sorry. Should I put it back on?
Leave it off.
Thanks, BScoop.
That's BScoop.
Freedom.
He's got Boston Scoop.
Freedom. Oh, so you know the word. So my sister recently retired from a job. and a piece of paper.
Uh, and does
Who
it say
sits
call
around?
this number or go to this website?
It's telling me to. Oh, hold
Yeah.
on.
And
It's
enter your
telling.
info, put in a credit card.
Well, it's telling me to
Yeah.
go to zero/link at
Uh-huh.
outlook.com.
That's a
Yeah, right.
scam.
So
Right.
so somebody sent this to me. Oh
Yeah.
my god!
No,
Thank
it's a
you guys.
scammer.
It's a scam, Mark. It's a
Yeah.
scam.
What
Well,
did you think it
It's
was?
been on the news.
oh, you know what? This is funny because
Yeah.
it makes you think it's Prime, but it says it's
That's
on
it.
Prime.
Yeah.
The
Oh yeah.
package.
Yeah.
It's asking me if I'm happy. Um,
Right.
we're just happy that you're happy. If you don't know, and then it's telling me on the back of the box that there's something. Don't let children play with it. Don't let it near the water. But there's nothing in it
Is
except
it
for
a
this.
gremlin?
It's
It's
just
not
this.
a.
It's just this crazy card and what are those twisty things that you use for bread? That's what's in the box. I'm serious. I'm like,
It's
what?
5 o'clock, people.
Oh God,
Five
help me!
o'clock.
The freaks come out at night.
Pick
The
them
freaks
out
come out at
enough.
night.
I had a delicious tuna sandwich today. I got to tell you guys, I love tuna.
I do
I
too.
I had it on a nice buttery croissant with
Mm.
garlic
What was what noise?
potato chips.
Oh,
Ah, it was
that's how
so
we.
good.
Oh yeah, Paul. Somebody's asking what was that noise, so I don't know what the
What
noise
noise?
was.
What noise?
Pamela should have wore your hat. Derek Smith said.
You can
Hey,
get this
Derek.
hat at the Human Rights Campaign website, or at least you could have. I don't know. I've had it for a
Yeah.
number of years.
Oh,
We're all equal. We're all equal. Equality.
Hey, God, I know I'm somebody because God don't make no junk.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're all the same.
Oh, is it true that TikTok got a ban? Well, right now it does. Yeah.
I need a band-aid, by
We're,
the way. I got this
uh
cut
oh.
on my finger. I keep banging
Stop
it.
picking your nose.
No. I keep banging it, as I'm doing things, and it's not like healing.
Well, you need to put. Yeah, you need a Band-Aid. Do you want Auntie to get you one?
You don't know that we have invented
Oh.
teleportation, do you? No,
If
I
you,
have some. I
Paul,
just,
it's coming now. It's coming now.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm receiving it. I'm
Ooh.
receiving it.
It's true. TikTok
Uh,
not get banned.
Well, possibly.
I haven't seen any news. You breaking news?
Mega got conned by the Dawn.
Oh, I know the
Yeah.
big story. The Jack Smith report came out overnight at midnight. Did you know
Oh,
this?
no.
No, you
Yes.
are, Paul. You're right on top of things, man. I sleep till freaking noon.
Yeah. No, well, I was up at midnight when it came out, and basically, people are saying that, Trump is the criminal that we all know he is. And the report very, very clearly and detailed lays out that he should be in prison and disqualified from taking office. 14th Amendment, insurrection. I mean, if we don't have a constitution, we don't have laws. What do we have?
Right. Right, sir.
So let's see, January 20th, maybe, something's going to happen.
Jackie's asking what time are they talking tomorrow?
Who's talking
what?
tomorrow?
I don't know. Jackie, if you're reading the comments as I am,
Yeah, no, we're not.
well, you have to respond to some of these people.
Is that interesting? Okay, Jackie just got gift number 3 badge. DEI and
Nice.
woke getting dismantled as you speak. Imagine
Thank
this.
you for coming in.
That's very sweet.
Woohoo!
What do you
Gotta-
think
Love
about the
it.
TikTok ban?
Love
Yeah.
you, Jackie.
On top of it.
Focus.
Focus.
It's all
What do we
about the
think
money.
of trans people? Yeah. Well, for the 20-something anyway. Poor Joe's just trying to retire in New Jersey.
Hey, listen, he did a great job. You know, he stepped down like he should have. The poor guy's old and whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't think that they should have voted for Trump. Like your
I
mother used to say, Paul, I would vote for someone that's
I'd vote for a ham sandwich over him.
That's right. That's right. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
But it's funny how this app that was really for kids turned into such a big deal that it's going through Congress and everything to try to, stop it. It's very strange because a lot of news comes through here from all over the world. Some things we would never see, especially in those other countries, where there's wars going on and whatever. So
Right.
TikTok has taken on a whole new
And the House
meaning.
just passed an hour ago, that a ban on the transgender athletes from competing in women's and girls sports at federally funded schools.
Okay,
So
let's say that again now. They passed a ban, so they are banning trans athletes
the
at
House
schools.
did, yeah, and now it will
Oh.
go to the Senate.
And the thing is, people will get all worked up about that, especially
Oh,
people
I
in the
know.
comments, right?
Right.
But there's like 10 people in the whole country that are
Oh, yeah.
trans and
Right.
athletes. And like what are they hiding from you? Like, honestly, wake up, MAGA people. Wake up.
But listen
They
to this. The people are already they're saying, "Oh well, Taylor Swift will support this." What do you mean Taylor Swift will support this? What are you talking
is
about?
she trans?
Taylor Swift. When did she join the Senate?
When did she
Taylor
get out?
Swift will support this. That's what.
Have you seen the movie Cats? She's in it.
Well, so my co-host Mark is here. So if you have any questions, he
Any
might
man-
he
any
just
man
might start
questions?
blurping shit out.
Feel free, whatever floats your boat.
Freak
He,
out.
he always says, "I'm the most liberal motherfucker you've ever
That's
met."
right.
Should I
That's
have not
right.
said that word?
I don't know.
It's
I
the
don't know.
final
We'll see.
week.
No, but Mark is for everybody, and for
I am pretty fucking liberal.
Live and let live. Live and let
Yeah.
live, I'd
that's
say.
right.
Why
Let
not?
everybody.
Obama cuddling up with Trump. Yes, the party is indeed fractured from within, and
That was a pretty shocking scene, though, just to see them. But I mean, look at Obama's a class act.
I was shocked to see
Right.
Trump in the friggin' audience. 'Cause
Well,
he's
but-
bullshit because friggin' Carter chose to die right
Chose to
before
die.
his inauguration. He doesn't want the flags at half staff.
I was told that President Carter left specific instructions to allow everybody to come and there be no political talk.
Right.
Right, but why
he wanted
is
to bring
Trump-
peace even in death.
Why is Trump, though, bitching that the flags are going to be at half staff during his
Why
inauguration?
wouldn't he? He's nuts. He's a bitch.
That's all he does is bitch.
That's because he's a little girl.
He's a whiny little bitch. Let's make Donald Drumpf again.
That that's his real name is Drumpf. Do you people know that Drumpf?
Well, now,
President
Lucky, remember
Donald
yes.
Trump
Well, there's a couple of letters in there that I could take out.
again.
I could take out a D, a U, an M, and a B out of Drumpf. Dumb.
Dumpf.
No, Dumpf. There's a B in there, isn't there, Paul?
No, DRUMPF.
Oh, sorry. I'm dumb.
I'll tell you though, I have written it so many times that my Apple iPhone knows how to spell it. Drumpf.
Wait a minute. What did Trump say about the flags being at half? He was not happy
Right.
because during his inauguration, they're still going to be at half.
But what
Does it-
does it
because
have
of-
to do with him? Why does the flag being at a position on a flagpole take away from him?
Right. Well,
What?
somebody's asking that in the comments. So
I know, but I want someone to give me an answer.
what does that have to do with Trump?
Again.
Because he wants them high. Because he's the friggin' leader of the United
Oh.
States of America. Don't you know?
Is that the answer? I
No,
thought it was about
don't-
Oh,
the
look
people.
at my shirt.
focus.
I have a
don't
shirt.
know exactly what he said.
My shirt for the
Can
day.
you Google it?
Please
Gay,
check
straight,
offline.
lesbian, bisexual, human. Yeah!
We
Woo!
are
Can I
the
get a clapping
world.
sound?
We are the
Woo!
children.
We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day.
Ooh, someone sounds like they can really sing there, BScoop.
Oh, Lots of surprises over here in the little box.
In the
Lots of little
box.
surprises.
I like your little thing. It says, "Learn to read before comprehending." Is that what it says?
Yeah.
It's very small, and I'm
Oh my God.
realizing.
Wow.
My
yeah.
eyes open.
So focus.
It-
Are you?
it-
Please Google what he
What's
said
that?
exactly. He's not happy. They're going to be at half. He wants them at high above.
Maybe he's compensating for something.
He's
Oh,
the leader of
why,
the
is someone
he's
asking
the
what
leader of the
exactly
free
he
world,
said, or-
don't you know?
Not yet.
Oh God, help
Oh,
us.
is someone asking for a quote? What exactly he
They
said?
want to
or-
know exactly what he
Well,
said.
I'm looking it up,
the
but
hashtag.
Mike Johnson, this is from ABC News 5 hours ago, says that the
Okay.
flags will be raised for
Okay.
Trump's inauguration. So,
Well, there you go. Problem solved, okay?
yeah, the little baby
The
boy.
little baby got what he wanted. He's so spoiled.
My daddy gave me $100 million.
And speaking of the inauguration, Whoopi came out today and she said that she fully supports Carrie Underwood for singing because
why?
because she thinks that, well, if I have a right to perform where I want to perform, so should Carrie.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there's Whoopi in the news too, and she was just brought
Whoopi.
up last night on
But
social media.
she really was misidentified as Oprah or vice versa.
Vice versa.
Can you tell me, is Carrie Underwood, with Trump, or is she? They
Oh, I
just
have no
asked her?
clue who she supports.
Well, I was shocked when I saw that today because
Oh,
I've
okay.
been watching her since she first debuted on American Idol.
Right.
So
I'm
shocked.
Well, like they say, someone's got to do the job, you know? I mean,
No,
it's,
but I'd be like, I'd rather throw up on my own freaking shoe.
Wait a minute. What
Now,
about
wait.
Laura
Sing.
Trump? Don't you know Laura Trump sings? Have you heard her angelic voice?
right.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not interested either.
Laura Trump. She sings.
What, is that the one that is really not his kid?
No, she's married to Eric, I think.
Oh, okay.
You've seen
good
her,
for
blonde,
her.
dumb.
She should go on American Idol about The Voice then.
Yeah, so everybody, all the news outlets are reporting that the flags will be flown at full staff for the inauguration.
They must be
what,
erect.
but what?
Focus says, do you realize
erect. The flags will be fully erect.
Focus says, do you realize that the
Boom.
voting population disagrees?
Correct.
Poof.
Those are the aliens.
Correct.
The voting population.
Oh my God! But no, really, people.
Somebody get Whoopi on the line.
Whoopee.
I wish we could get Whoopi.
Poor
I
Oprah. No
love
one knew
Whoopi.
who she was last night.
I'd
Come
like
on.
Rosie O'Donnell to pop in
I'd
here.
love for
Oh,
Rosie to
Rosie
stop
would
on
be
by.
fantastic.
Yeah.
But she's
Rosie
getting ready
is-
to leave the West Coast to come to the East Coast.
Oh, I hadn't seen that yet.
Yes, they're coming back to New York tomorrow.
Whoa!
Oh,
Yeah.
because
for
it's
her.
just too chaotic out there.
What's that, Mark?
Yeah, and
What's that, Mark?
she's going to
My
rent out her
hardworking
houses
guy.
to.
My hardworking guy that he gets so little Social Security they're trying to take away from you. What's that you say? Love you too.
Okay, what were you saying, BScoop?
Oh, Rosie rented out some of her houses and units that she has over there to people that
Oh, that
use
need
a
it.
place,
Oh,
and so they're gonna leave and just come back to New York.
because she has a
so,
place in New York. That's like
Yes.
I think New York is
Yeah.
her main headquarters.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg admits to
Yes.
Biden administration government censorship.
Yeah,
All right, Paul, if you need to get people to come on, because I think you can only have me, right?
He
You're gonna
can do
drop
as
down.
many as he wants.
Well, so you can listen to what other people have to say. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Enjoy your cuddle puddle cry sessions. They do have a shelf life. Everybody have a good day. You too, Focus.
Focus is trying to move our
No,
focus to
I
him.
think the name is
Yeah.
Focus. Fosuck.
Focus group.
Fosuck.
All right, well, we'll be here, and if
Wow.
you
All
want
right.
to pop by later.
If I want to join back in, but I want you to be able to get people to, if they want to come in, let them come in.
Well, you
Oh,
can add
okay.
whoever you want to this. You don't have to leave,
Oh,
Janice. You can
there's
just
that
leave the
many?
line open. Yeah, you
All
can.
right,
You can
but I
stay
have a
in,
big mouth. I want you. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna
or just
watch.
stay on and just
Just put me on
listen.
mute.
There you
Okay.
go.
Muted. How do I get the squares back to where they were? Do you know BScoop?
Oh goodness. Yeah,
Do
I
you know how
forget.
the squares are on the side now? But that's all right. They can stay there. Actually, that looks fine.
Yeah, and when you get rid of them, you
Who's
just
going to
tap
be
on
the
the
next
person and
contestant
just
on The Price
disconnect
is
them.
Right?
So it's fine.
Anybody? 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 No. So this is what everyone's
Okay.
talking about. It's
What?
you know, the flags, the fags,
Right.
Trump, Drumpf, eggs. I was in the
Oprah.
supermarket again, eggs, and there was some sign. I wish I took a picture of it. We know how much you love eggs, and we're working hard to restock them.
Oh,
Imagine
sure.
this. Egg
Oh, yeah.
shortages.
And they have the nerve to say they're going to lower the food pricing.
Oh, they're going to go way, way down
Oh,
on
yeah.
the food price.
It's only going to go way up.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I have muted myself.
Put me on mute. Can you guys hear me?
Pardon me.
About the food prices anymore because he knows he can't do it.
Yeah, Trump's not even talking about the food prices anymore because
Oh.
he knows he can't do it.
Oh, it's going to
Yeah,
be
he
really
already-
hard. It's going to be tough.
He already
gonna be
admitted
really
to it's
tough.
going to be tough to do. So
I paid $7.50 for a goddamn plain donut at Dunkin'
just do what I
Donuts.
do. I decided to stop eating.
I love. Oh, look at those baby blows.
That's an insane person.
That totally is because I've known people with those color eyes that are evil.
Oh.
Come on, someone else join the conversation.
No, that's all right. We know what
Yeah,
we're
we
doing.
just
We're just
plow
talking.
along and-
I don't know why that.
Why are you making cricket sounds?
I don't know. It's not. Won't stop.
It's,
Oh, there it is.
I want someone else to join.
There was
the
a cricket
creative
in here.
brain at work.
I mean,
We are talking about the topics of the day. If they want to join, they can join.
Paul, I would like someone who's part of the LGBTQ community and also a non-Trumpster to give us their I want real stuff.
You want real stuff. Okay,
I know the other
producer.
people are real, but I want people that like understand what we're trying to talk about here.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's freedom, and anybody can join.
That's right.
Freedom.
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 Well, that's true. And we did that yesterday quite successfully, I thought.
So, if there's anybody that wants to join in the conversation,
No, they're hiding behind their keyboards.
no,
Because,
but
you know, the thing is,
well,
we do let them talk.
But do you get a call? Like, how do you know they want to talk?
We'll get
There's
a
a little
notice.
button that comes up when somebody requests.
Can you explain that to the folks?
They
No,
know.
they know. You just hit invite. The whole screen, there's a plus mark, and it says invite. Or they have a thing down the bottom that says guests, and they can request. They know what they're doing. They don't want to. A lot of people don't want to talk.
Yeah.
They just want to type
And then leave.
and then leave, or they're just
then
swiping
hide.
through.
They're hiding.
Yeah.
We only have a few people in here. That's why I put this hat on to
okay.
get things really riled up. Let me get this right here. He's going to be on the back of Mount Rushmore. You know what I also heard that was interesting? That Jack Smith report, which came out at midnight, and it's still being, disseminated, although there are plenty of articles about it, because it's like 200 pages. So, but it could be used. Wait a minute. My live is being flagged for hate speech.
Of course.
No,
Violation.
we're not speaking. We don't have hate speech.
Well, that's what they do. They,
Hold on a second.
yeah, that's what they do.
I'm going to say my live does not contain the content mentioned.
Rewind the tape.
Yeah. I'm submitting that. Hopefully, I don't know if that'll take us down. But anyway, we have a guest that wants to come. Liam Cleveland.
The mayor of
Liam-
Cleveland?
Liam from Cleveland.
I
How
hope
old are you? Oh,
Oh, welcome.
he's gone offline, and we
Oh.
lost another one. Billy Lemons was in. Good old Billy Lemons.
Rodney said, I hope
Yeah.
Elon saves
Hey,
TikTok
Rodney.
so
How are you?
you have a place to cry about Trump.
Yeah.
Hey, Rodney. How you
Safe
doing?
space.
We cry in our own beds.
They just take these terms and they use them so broadly against everybody. It's weird. But I do want to say something about the Jack Smith report that I was saying.
Yes.
Is that they may be able to use this report to immediately impeach Trump again. Wouldn't that be something?
Hmm.
That would be the third time.
Again.
Thank you, Mike Pence, Mrs. Pence, and Mother Pence. The Jack Smith report could be used. I don't know. Let me see. Invite? I don't know. Something's popping up in my thing. Oh, okay. Hold on. Billy
Yes,
Lemons
yes.
wants to come up. Connecting. Billy
Billy
Lemons.
Lemons. Welcome,
Are
Billy.
you related to Liz Lemon?
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. No,
Yeah.
I don't know who Liz Lemons is.
Oh, okay.
Is she
Oh.
cool?
Very.
Oh, well, I'm not familiar.
Okay. What say you, Billy?
Yeah, I guess for background, I'm 30. I'm from New York, and I voted for Donald Trump.
Oh, why'd you do that?
Yeah, I guess multiple reasons, but first and foremost, I liked his foreign policy significantly more than the Biden-Harris administration. I was pretty disappointed in what is going on overseas.
And what's Trump's policy that you can tell us about that you liked? Specifics.
Well, I support ending the war in Ukraine. I support ending the war in Israel. And it seems that didn't the H group in Israel, didn't they just agree to potentially a ceasefire?
That's been ongoing talks. Are you trying to say
No,
that
the
Trump had
news
something?
today. Yeah,
Yeah.
isn't there news recently?
Right, but there have been ongoing talks. You're trying to give Trump credit already? Is that where this is going?
Well, maybe you should do. Did you ever hear of Breaking Points on YouTube? Maybe you should watch their recent segment on it.
Yeah. So what else do you like about Trump?
Well, is there anything? Well, I mean, to me personally, foreign policy is pretty important. I think it's the most important aspect of our national government.
Mhm.
So, like, is there anything that you would sell me on from the Biden
No,
Harris
I mean
administration?
at this point, I'm more of a therapist for MAGA. I'm the therapist. We
Oh, so
can't
you
sell
got
you.
you got nothing. You're not going to be able to sell anything.
No,
Okay.
no, this is the thing though. It's like we're trying to help you. We're fellow Americans. We're all the same, but there's a spell that has been put on you because from what we've seen already from his first term, the United Nations laughed at him. The world is laughing at him. And so as a host of this ridiculous comedy live, I am a therapist. I'm MAGA's therapist. I'm trying to help you talk through this. Try to tell you
Yeah.
that what you're saying isn't true. What
Well,
he's doing
what
isn't
has
true.
I said that isn't? What did I state about foreign policy that isn't true?
But that's not what I'm
Okay.
no, I'm
Yeah. So
saying
yeah, I
that
know you're going to
Trump.
talk about other people.
No, I'm talking about Trump in particular. I'm like a therapist for MAGA.
Okay.
You have
all right.
been bamboozled. This is a
Dude,
snake
you're
oil
cheering on
salesman.
a third impeachment. I think you're under the
Yes.
spell.
No,
You're the
did
one
you?
under the
There's
spell. Look, you're
but
cheering
Jack
on a third
Smith's
impeachment.
report
It's
came out at
hilarious.
midnight. Did you read Jack Smith's report that came out at midnight?
Isn't that the guy who resigned and his case was dismissed? Isn't it that guy, that Jack Smith?
But did you read the report? That's the question.
Well, I just want clarification.
You're
Is it the
trying
same
to
Jack Smith
demean
that
him as a
resigned?
character. You're trying to
What?
demean his character or
That's
say
what you've been doing with Donald Trump all night. So, Jack Smith, the guy who just recently resigned and whose case was dismissed, that same Jack Smith.
so. Billy, you did not read the report. I take it.
No, I haven't. That guy
Because
who
you don't-
resigned, though, right?
But if you
He
read
resigned
information,
and he released a report.
this
yeah.
is what this is what Lucky Leary, the therapist, will do. If you read information, then you can get an idea of all different sides of things, not just taking one person's opinion, like Trump, just following him blindly. That's the problem.
Opinion am I following blindly? Jack Smith did resign. That's a fact.
But you didn't
And
read the
Jack
report.
Smith's case,
If you don't read
yeah.
anything, how can you
because
comment on it?
I just wanted to I said I didn't read it. I don't understand. Yeah,
I
it
know,
came
but
out
why
last
do you
night.
keep talking about him resigning? What do you
Paul, it
think
came
that
out last
means?
night. Wait, when did the report come out?
Midnight.
Gotcha. So I didn't. I worked today, right? I just got home from work, so I didn't repeat. I didn't read the midnight report that he released after he resigned. And you're
Okay, that's
upset
fine,
about
but
that? That's
I'm
shocking.
not upset at all. I'm a very calm, cool, collected kind of guy. I'm trying to make some headway with you. I'm trying to get you to understand that not to get all worked up about these things. You've been bamboozled by Trump. He's a snake oil salesman.
Yeah,
That's
on
all
what?
he is. He's
Look,
been a laughing
again, you're
stock his entire
demeaning his
life.
character, just like you accused me of Jack
No,
Smith.
but we
So,
have the
what have I been
facts.
bamboozled? What exactly? You keep
You're
saying
saying Trump's
I've
foreign
been joked on.
policy. Trump's foreign policy. The United Nations laughed in Trump's face when he stood up there and said, "I'm
I
the
don't
best.
care.
I did the best." Well, you
I
should
literally
care.
don't care.
You said foreign policy is important. You should care.
Yeah, and all those world leaders who were
I-
laughing at him
Isn't
right
it
in
funny? It's
2016,
everybody
they're all
else
getting
except
voted
him.
out.
Isn't that funny? It's everyone else but Trump. How did this happen? It's a phenomenon. Maybe he came from Christ. I mean, listen to yourself. It's everyone else. It's Jack Smith. It's every other world leader, but Trump, A-OK.
Yeah, every other world leader was not laughing at Trump. A bunch of people
Go
want to
look
go
at
to
the
the
video.
inauguration. It's shocking. I don't care about your selectively edited video. It's so funny, dude. You can't the funny thing is you're just demeaning Donald Trump personally. You can't attack any of his policies, and yet you said you couldn't even sell me on the Biden Harris foreign policy,
Because
sir. I
that's
think
not
it's
the
very
reason.
ridiculous.
Because that's not the reason I wanted to come on live. I wanted to have a little bit more of a more light comedic take on things, first of all. And secondly,
It's
I really,
hilarious you're cheering on another impeachment. It's very funny. You must be
it's
joking.
not, well, because again, if you look at the facts of the case, Jack Smith, what he wrote, it's 200 pages thereabouts. It details the crimes that Trump committed and that he should be in prison and should be disqualified from taking office.
So why
This
did
is
the
not made
judge throw
up.
away the case? Why did the judge toss Jack Smith's case? Do you even know?
What do you mean toss? The
The
case wasn't
documents case.
tossed.
Why was it thrown out of court? Yeah.
It wasn't. It wasn't thrown out of anywhere. It was
It
only
wasn't going through appeal, right? Was it
because
going through appeal? Yes or no?
but the only reason
So you can't answer any of my questions. I think that's pretty hilarious.
the reason the case and he resigned is because Trump won the election. And there's a standing procedure that we don't prosecute sitting presidents or those that are about to
Yeah,
be.
the judge
Very
gave
simple.
the boot.
Keep
No,
it
no, no,
simple.
host, you're not really getting it because the judge dismissed the case well before the election.
But right, but dismissed
So
it
why was it
so it
dismissed?
can. But
Why
it
was it
once
dismissed, Paul?
because once
You don't even know. That's a
I do.
joke.
Listen,
You're
listen.
hilarious.
Once
Then
Trump,
answer. Explain to everybody.
I'm trying to. Everybody, listen to me. Once Trump leaves office, they can start the case up again. It was just basically put on hold because that's what we do when people, when presidents.
Oh, again, the judge dismissed it prior to the election. So again, what you're saying doesn't make any sense. You don't know why the judge dismissed it. Jack Smith was going through appeal. It's funny how you don't know about this.
Yeah.
Jack Smith was appealing the ruling by the judge. He was going against another judge to appeal the ruling of the original judge. So now, do you know why the original judge dismissed the case?
Well, you're talking about the woman in Florida, the Trump appointed judge.
Why can't you answer the question? Remember
Well,
when
I'm
I
just
asked you if it was the same Jack Smith who resigned and you gave me this whole to-do about it?
no,
Why
but
can't you just
why do you
explain why the
think
initials?
he resigned? I don't understand why that's so important to you.
What?
He
What?
resigned, you think, because he's humiliated
No,
because
dude,
oh
I didn't ask you. Wait, host. I didn't ask you why did Jack Smith resign. I asked why did the original judge dismiss Jack Smith's case, and yet you still can't answer it.
because I'm not here for that. I'm the therapist.
You don't know anything, it seems.
I'm trying to reach out to you. I'm trying to say that this man has
Well, when you don't know anything, when you actually don't know what you're talking about, you're not doing a good job reaching out to people
I
on
think
the other
so.
side. When you
I
don't know,
think so.
you
We're
are not familiar
talking.
with any of these cases, with any of these policies. I think, frankly, you're kind of hilarious because you're so nonsensical. I kind of do appreciate it.
Yeah. Why? Why do you appreciate that?
Because you're just showing how ridiculous some of these people are.
So we have evidence, we have investigations, we have files, we have testimony, we have judgments. He's been found guilty. None of that matters. It's just because I am
You
not
don't know
in.
any specifics. You're just making vague claims, and yet you have nothing to back it up.
Be,
Jack Smith's case that had all of this evidence was
I'm
dismissed, and you
because
don't even know why it was dismissed. Maybe
I'm
you should
more.
look into that.
I have, but I'm more interested in helping my
And
fellow
you can't
Americans.
explain it, dude. I think
Many
you don't really
Americans.
know anything. I think you're
Yeah,
very clueless, and it makes
yeah.
sense why you voted the way you did because you don't really know anything except calling Donald Trump a snake oil salesman.
Well, I also call him Drumpf, which is his real name. Did you know that?
Okay, and yet if I called Kamala
Well,
like
but the reason is
Kamala,
because
like people would
because
complain.
he's
Yeah,
the one
dude,
that
you're
makes
a
fun of
walking
everybody.
joke, dude. Yeah, I
Let's
don't
see.
care if you call him Trump.
I know you don't care. It's very obvious to everybody you do not care. And I don't know what happened in America. I don't know why so many
I brought
people
up
don't
actual
care about other
policies, and yet you
people,
don't know
that
you don't
don't
know
care
any
about
counter
truth and
policies. It's
facts.
a joke.
I'm not debating policy. First of all, this is supposed to be a fun comedy show, and that's what we're here to do. And we talk about current events, which includes Trump, but we're not here to convince anybody of any policies or anything like that. We're here because one of the things, again, is just current events. But for me personally, I want to talk to people like you that don't read anything, that insinuate that it's everyone else. It's not Trump, it's everyone else. All the world leaders, everything's going, and yet it isn't true. None of it's true. Everything he has said and done. I mean, look at what he done. An insurrection against the government. January 6th, a day
Yeah,
of
it wasn't an
love.
insurrection. You make all of these wild claims,
A
but yet
day
you
of
can't show anything.
love. I don't know anything.
I said you couldn't show anything.
Well, let me ask you
Again,
something.
you're not
Do
even
you?
listening to me. And that's
I
what's the problem,
am.
dude. You actually don't listen to what I say, and you have this idea of what everybody is saying. And you really just I don't understand. It's very bizarre.
It is bizarre. I'm the host of this show. If you want to host your show and have me come on, then you can control what goes on. But in this one,
No,
this is how we do
I
it.
don't have clueless people on. That's
Yeah.
kind of the point.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else have any questions
Yeah,
for
Giggles
Billy?
can't say anything. Why don't you say something? Maybe you have something intelligent to say.
Did you call
Scoop.
him Giggles? That's BScoop.
I thought this was a comedy show, dude.
Yeah, well, I think people are enjoying it. When did you first fall in love with Trump? Let's start at the beginning. Lay on your couch.
Probably 2020.
Just listen to me in your ear.
Yeah, probably as his administration went on. You made me have to defend him because you make
You mean
up lies about him. It's
who did
bizarre.
you vote for in 2016?
I did vote for Donald Trump begrudgingly.
Oh, so
I didn't want to. I was
at
going to
one
vote for
point
Gary Johnson.
at one point you did not like him, and then another point somewhere because of all the lies about him, you said enough is enough. I'm going to put my foot down.
Yep.
I'm not going to read anything. I'm not going to know any facts. I'm just going to listen to him, repeat everything he says, and then vote for him again. There was no insurrection. None of that ever happened.
Nope, there
All
was
of the
no
journalists,
insurrection.
Bob Woodward, all of the detailed
You
information
named
of
one
people that were
person and you're
in.
calling them all. All the journalists, you name one. It's comical.
Yeah. Why? Why is it comical?
Because you're the one who doesn't know what you're talking about.
Who's that? Who was that in the background? Did you read any of Bob Woodward's material?
Like what?
But this is the point I keep going
Yeah,
back
like
to.
which one?
Any of it?
So you
He's-
can't name one. Anything.
Any of Bob
You can't name
Woodward's
any of them.
reporting.
Give me one of them without looking it up.
Oh,
Give me the
God.
name of the article right now. Oh, you got to Google it. Makes
I'm
sense.
not. My hands are right here, holding my wires. I'm holding myself. Well, anyway,
Why do you put your pants on in the morning? It's shocking.
one leg at a time. I mean, just think about how. I mean, I don't know why you're so angry, first of all, but that here we are in this great country. We have so many resources. We have so many things that we are similar in our belief, in our, in the Constitution, freedom. But yet, this one man has disturbed so many to believe so many lies, all about hatred. I'm all against hatred.
What is the
No,
lie?
ev- how about
Name one of the lies that I believe.
they have been documented in
You
newspapers,
can't
the
name any of them.
thousands and thousands
All
of
of these
lies.
lies. I
They're
can't name
eating
one.
the
There's
dogs. They're
thousands of
eating the
lies.
cats. How about the dogs and the cats, the recent one?
The
People
dogs and the
are
cats.
laughing at this man. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the
Yeah, and he won the
cats.
popular vote, dude. Maybe you should rethink
But you
your
just asked me
positions.
to say one lie. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. What is your response?
Yeah, that's hyperbole. Do you know what that is? Were they
What?
eating? There was reports of them eating geese. Is that
So
true or
now you,
false? I just
that's
want wait. I just want
false.
to see. Oh,
I
so
know
there was
that one
no
in
report.
particular.
Gotcha. Yeah,
I
it
know
was
the goose
false.
one in particular. That was not someone eating anything. They were saving it. That was from
You can't
a
even admit
animal
that one. Okay.
rescue. They were not. That you're saying that they were eating the dogs and cats. Is that where you are
Nope,
in this
I didn't
therapy
say that.
session?
I
So
just
what are you
didn't say
saying?
that. Again, no, I'm not going to repeat myself for you dunce.
Okay. Billy won't repeat. So what else? What else? How many more lies do you want us
Yeah,
to
let's go
repeat?
over another one. There were thousands. What's another
There were
lie?
thousands. Look up.
Yeah, name the
What
second
was it?
lie. Did he tell? Wait, how about this? Did he tell? Did he say that
Mexico's
Liz
gonna pay
Cheney?
for the wall.
Yeah, what would a tariff be?
Mexico's gonna pay for the wall. Was that a lie?
Yeah, they should. I don't think either party actually wants to stop undocumented immigrants from entering the country. Both Republicans and Democrats do not want this problem to be ended. Yeah.
So, what do you consider yourself if you think both parties don't want to
I guess
stop
I would
that?
be
What do you,
independent at this point because I'm not a Republican.
you're not
Like next time
registered?
around, if, for example, if Donald Trump had Nikki Haley as his VP, I would not have voted for him.
You would have voted for Kamala?
No, what? No, I wouldn't
Who?
vote. No, after what they did in Gaza, absolutely not. I'm shocked that you guys could hold your nose at what's happening in Gaza and still vote for Kamala Harris. I think it's very gross, to be honest.
Mm. Okay, well, I guess we'll leave it there then. Billy, I
Well, when
appreciate
the
you
truth
coming up.
comes out that you can't even defend that, I mean, they're just unaliving children, females, and yet you still held your nose and voted for Kamala Harris, who's been supporting these atrocities. It's
Oh, I know
rather
another one. He
despicable.
said he wouldn't,
It's
didn't he say he would
despicable, dude.
stop the war even before he became president? Wasn't that another one? Day one?
Day one's January 20th, right?
Yeah, day one.
Yeah. So yeah, and yet how can you square that? Can you vote for Kamala Harris when she has allowed a G-side in Gaza? How can you hold your nose to that?
Oh, not at all. Not at all. Any kind of
So you didn't vote for her.
oh, I did most definitely.
Oh, so you did hold your nose. So somehow you still
No.
held your nose
No,
at the
no,
G-side
I
in
don't,
Gaza and you voted for Kamala
not at all.
Harris.
I want
How so?
peace. I want peace. I want peace.
Yeah,
I
well,
want
Biden Harris
peace.
have not given you peace. They've actually caused a lot of unaliving in Gaza.
Where do
So
you
I
get
don't
your
know.
where do you usually get your information when you get home from work? Where
Yeah,
do you turn
Breaking
to?
Points. Have you ever watched it?
No, no, I haven't. What is
Yeah,
that?
maybe watch what about the Israel conflict, right? Go to
What
Breaking
else?
Points. They
What?
just released a video at how Donald Trump was able to pressure the Israeli government when he's not even president to potentially accept this deal that was on the table for
Oh no,
probably
no,
a
no,
year.
no. No, that's not true.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I think you guys are under the spell. how can you vote for that monster who supported a G-side in Gaza? I really want an answer to that.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to dig up the information where he said he supports it.
No, because you people are despicable and you can still support that G-side. You
Now let
don't
me
care.
ask
You
you,
believe these lies, dude. I think
but
it's really gross, and I think it's
on
hilarious that you think that you are righteous in this scenario.
never said that. But now
Yeah,
let
no,
me ask
you're
you,
no. Your attitude
my
is giving
attitude.
that vibe off. So maybe you
Sounds
should
like
fix your attitude then.
feelings. Now, on July 4th, when we're all celebrating the flag and all that, and you look to your left and you look to your right, aren't we all Americans at the end of the day? Shouldn't we try to listen to each other, try
What does
to
that even mean? That's
gather?
why I came up here, dude. But you've been
Yeah.
really condescending. It's pretty
Wait a minute.
bizarre.
BScoop, am I being condescending?
No.
Why does he say
No, I think you're
condescending?
actually no, because you actually can't respond to anything I said. You haven't answered a question. You
I'm
held your
not here.
nose. You
I'm
voted
not
for
here
somebody
to answer
supporting a
your
G side.
questions. You're not
I
interviewing
know
me.
you're a comedy act, dude.
I
You
am
voted for
here.
somebody who supports a G side. I don't even know
No,
how you could do that.
you got it all wrong.
I don't
But
know.
we
What have I said that's wrong, dude? You even agreed that you voted for Kamala Harris. She's the current vice president. What's going on
yes.
in Gaza? Is it a G side? Yes or no?
Well, but what?
Yeah, okay, dude.
First
Yeah,
of all,
you're
I
hilarious,
want
dude.
peace.
Yeah, I
I
know.
want
Laugh.
peace. I
Dude,
want
laugh. It's a
peace.
comedy show.
Where did that come from? I just heard something. Oh, somebody's giving me
Uh-oh.
roses. Oh, I'm so new to this. Anyway, I'm sorry you feel that way. I mean, you do sound angry from the moment you started. I just my appearance. I know some people see my face and they just get so angry, but I am really trying to reach
I'm not
out
angry, dude.
to be like a therapist, particularly to MAGA. It's not
I don't think
conservatism.
therapists talk as much. Do you go to a therapist? Like, do you understand what therapists do? They
Hasn't
aren't
everybody
they?
gone to a therapist? Have you been to
No, I
therapy?
have not.
Oh
No, I
well.
haven't.
Do you think mental
You've
health is
been
part
to
of health?
a therapist. Oh, okay.
Has
B Scoop, have you been to a therapist? You
I
said
have. It
everybody.
hasn't worked, clearly.
hasn't worked clearly.
Makes sense.
Well, we
See,
can
Yeah,
all
you're
agree
friends
on
with this
that.
guy.
we
See,
were
so we're
wrong
all American
again.
again.
Make America gay again. Make therapists. So do you believe in therapy, Billy?
Yeah, absolutely.
So why were you wondering if we had been to therapists?
You said everybody.
I think everybody should. Yes.
I think Donald Trump should.
You said
Uh-oh.
everybody
Whoa.
goes to therapy. You didn't say should go to therapy, but
Well,
if you want to alter what you said, sure, yeah,
yes,
I
rewind
maybe I
the
would agree
tape.
with that.
Edit that out later, B
He's
Scoop.
doing his best Sam Cedar impression. I like it.
Who the hell?
Wow.
Oh, Sam Cedar. Yeah.
Who's
Yes,
Sam?
Jenny, go.
Wow,
Doing your
can you
best Sam Cedar,
look
the
at
guy
your
who doesn't
text
know
messages
anything.
on your phone? Because there's
Yeah.
breaking news
Oh, let me see.
from Mark. Well, it's something that he just wanted to share with you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Let me see what this is. We're opening it. We're opening it. Yes. 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 Yes.
You've seen that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Mark.
Thank you, Mark, he said.
Okay.
you're still
Yes.
awake.
This is the case that you were referring to earlier with Jack Smith. The case was dismissed without prejudice, meaning charges could be filed after Trump finishes
Yeah,
his
I
second
agree.
term.
I didn't ask
That's
you that.
all.
I asked you. No, buddy. I agree. I never made a claim that it was with prejudice or without prejudice. I just asked you, why did the judge dismiss it? Which, after what, 20 minutes, you still don't know what it is.
Because that's not my aim of
Yeah,
this
because you
Because
didn't
he
live.
know
asked him
why.
to. He asked him
Dude, you
to.
don't get it. You just answered a question I never asked.
Okay,
Congratulations,
all
dude.
right. Well, so do you want to tell
Dude,
me
relax
what
a
you
little.
mean?
What, you want me to
Why
explain to
did
you
he
why the
dismiss?
case was dismissed and you're just going to say
Well,
no, it
what?
wasn't?
No, I'd like to hear your opinion.
But I want to know that you do not know, because if you knew, you would tell it, right?
Okay, I do not know. So tell
All
me.
right, thank you. Yeah, the reason why it was dismissed was that Joe Biden put in control Merrick Garland, right, as Attorney General.
Merrick Judy Garland, yes.
Yep. Merrick Garland then appointed Jack Smith as a special counselor to prosecute Donald Trump in the documents case. Right? So far, so
Yes.
good.
So far,
So
so
now,
good.
Yeah, so the reason why the judge dismissed the case was because Jack Smith would not reveal to the court how frequently he was talking to Merrick Garland and how frequently he was talking to Merrick Garland about the Donald Trump case.
And what are you insinuating?
That you can't, that it wasn't without that knowledge, right, of how often they were having well, hey, I'm not insinuating anything. All I'm saying is that Jack Smith would refuse to reveal how often he was talking to the Attorney General about the Donald Trump case.
And
So I'm
if they were
insinuating nothing.
talking, the
Then reveal it. Why
insinuation
not?
seemed.
Yeah,
But
then why not
if they,
reveal that they were talking?
well, because I think you're trying to look for something that doesn't exist. If Jack
So why
Smith
would
was
he not
talking
reveal
to
if he
Judy
was talking?
Garland,
He
then
refused. He didn't say it though.
but are you
They got it
insinuating
tossed.
that Merrick Garland was somehow making Jack Smith?
Nope. I'm not insinuating that. All I'm insinuating is that they did not reveal if they were talking, and it went as far as they
If they,
refused to do it in court, and it got
yeah.
tossed because they refused to do it.
But if they did reveal how often they talked, what would that have meant to you?
No, well, I don't care, dude. The judge wanted to know how often Jack Smith was talking. He was supposed to be a special counsel, right, outside of the judicial system's like purview or the justice
Right.
system's purview, right?
Right.
So if he's supposed to be out of their purview, but they're talking every day about the Donald Trump case, how is he a special counsel when
But
he
you
wasn't?
don't know that. How do you know they're talking every day?
That's a hypothetical. I'm saying
Right,
that
but
we don't know how often. Why
so
didn't Jack Smith reveal how often they were talking? That's all the judge wanted. He failed to do it. She said he wasn't a special counsel, and she dismissed the case without prejudice. Maybe you should look into this, dude. I don't think you really understand the facts of this case, and you
but
are
I
talking
want
about it. It's very bizarre.
I'm not talking about that case, but I do want to know why
You did bring up Jack Smith, yeah.
right, but why do you think
The
this
documents.
matters? Why do you think this matters?
America was
So wait,
bought by the
no, I'm
highest
not gonna.
bidder.
I just want to know: are you gonna answer that? Like, do you think it matters if they were talking every day?
No.
Why not?
I don't see anything wrong with it. What are you insinuating?
So if there's nothing wrong with it, why wouldn't he reveal how often they communicated? He could have said no, they're not communicating if he wasn't communicating, and the case could have went on.
But
He refused to reveal it.
That point is the only thing that bothers you about the whole case. That one point of
Well,
how
why
much
would he
they talked.
refuse to reveal it? Yeah, and
And the
that's
fact
a question you can't answer. You're gonna be like, oh, I don't know. He's Jack Smith, right?
But
Yeah, I know.
the
That was
fact that
pretty
the
funny,
case
right?
the
You're
case
not
was
going to answer
having a
that question. Why do you
conversation
think
here. We can't answer every
why
question.
wouldn't he reveal it? He doesn't answer them. So what's the point of letting him answer a question that I never asked?
but the case was dismissed and can be brought up again. Right?
Yeah, and it could have been
So-
appealed, but he even pulled the appeal and then resigned.
All right, people are
So
talking
again, I
about
just
the
want to know
fires in
why. I
Los
just
Angeles.
want to know why do you think he would not reveal how often they were communicating?
Because they were doing something behind everyone's back. They were pulling the strings. They were putting their thumb on
You're
the
using
thumb on the
hyperbole,
scale
dude.
of justice.
I know, dude. You're being ridiculous to make it sound like it's crazy. I get it, dude.
Yeah.
It's not simple. You're the guy again who was cheering for a third impeachment after two failed. And by the way, it's kind of funny,
They
right?
didn't
Isn't
fail.
it funny? Wait. The first impeachment
twice
over
impeached.
Ukraine, right? The first impeachment over Ukraine,
Mm-hmm.
Hunter Biden received a 10-year pardon for blanket criminal immunity.
Did you
Like
see the
4
pictures
months
on his
before
laptop?
he joined Ukraine. It's like so funny. Like what Trump got impeached over, Hunter Biden got pardoned for.
Mm.
Trump would have done that for his son Eric.
Oh, sure. Well,
Hunter Biden's 54 years old and is a lawyer. Like he's a grown man with multiple children.
every family has been affected by addiction one way or another. So let's put that aside. Let's put
He
Hunter
wasn't
Biden
pardoned for
back
using
in the
drugs,
laptop.
buddy. Paul, he wasn't pardoned for using drugs. Are you
Yeah,
kidding me? What do you
right.
think he was pardoned for going back to 2016
Yeah. You
or
want to
2014? My
re
bad, 2014.
yeah, that was a long time ago. Um, but
Someone's asking, do you have the pictures?
the pictures of Hunter Biden, oh, they're available. Dig deep, dark web, dig deep. Have you seen the pictures, Billy?
No, I've read emails though.
Oh,
Seen text messages.
yeah. So
Fake
again,
news.
fake news. Everything is fake except
Yeah,
it's
there were
about
definitely
me.
if you got your laptop taken away, there would definitely be no emails and no text messages on your laptop. You're totally right.
What do you mean by that?
If my Mac got stolen, people would be able to access my emails and my text messages, right?
Yes, I understand that.
So when Janice says it's fake news, do you think there were any emails or any text messages on that laptop?
Oh, I think she
Like,
was
what's
half
fake
kidding.
news about what I said?
I think she was half kidding. I don't think she's there
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. I don't think any of you
No,
are
I'm
serious.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Yeah, so what was fake news about my statement? Do you think there were emails on the Hunter Biden laptop?
But what is it that you think
I'm
Hunter
sure there
did?
were. I'm sure there were
Perfect.
emails
So what
on
was fake
Trump's
news
too.
about me reading emails and text messages? What's
No, but
fake news about that?
I believe Trump has stuff he's hiding. What's all this paperwork in Mar-a-Lago that he took from the White House? Hello,
Janice, that case got dismissed. We were just talking about it for 20 minutes.
I don't care if it got
Yeah, I know. You're
dismissed.
not
It
paying
happened.
attention to anything. Why are you even bringing in input now? How about BScoop? You laugh at that.
No, I was actually deleting all of my emails because all of my nudes are on there, so I do apologize,
Oh
everybody.
no!
Yeah,
that's-
I
oh
really
my
do
God, I'm gonna
apologize.
too.
Hillary Clinton up there. You better
Oh.
smash your phone next.
Well, it's a photo
Oh,
of me and
God. Now
Hillary
I-
in
now
bed,
I know where he
so
gets
I
his
wanted to
information.
get it deleted.
But there has to be some coming together. There has to be some. The MAGA people are so confused. They're mixed up. They have been brainwashed. This is all propaganda 101. You keep telling the same lie, people will believe it.
Exactly.
You know,
No, what lie have I said?
Not
I'm
you.
talking about Trump. Trump has been lying to
Yeah.
you
Okay.
since
He-
he
I
came
want
down
the
that golden
Ukraine war to end. I want
escalator.
Israel war to end. Maybe
Donald Trump
they
wants to be
failed.
the next Hitler. Do you want to see? Do you want to be ruled by a Hitler?
Yeah, well, no wonder you think this way. I mean, if you really think that Donald Trump is Schmittler, you're absolutely delusional.
What's up with the freaking? What's up with this hands?
Well, no. I just want to know, you really
Give me-
think that Donald Trump is Schmittler? Just to
Yeah.
clarify, yeah? Okay.
I do. I do.
Wow.
He wants to dictate the United States of America.
He's cruel.
Gotcha.
He's cruel. He's sick. He's demented. Sociopath. No empathy. Doesn't want to help anybody.
Narcissist. All he
Defrauded.
cares about is himself.
I know. I think, honestly, maybe you should tune into Breaking Points. It's a little bit of both sides. I feel like you would actually benefit from seeing just a smidge of the other side.
But are you trying to say that I'm not open to other information?
No, I don't believe you currently are.
Okay.
Billy, Paul's mother passed away last year.
Jesus
And she totally was like disgusted by him, and I got to see her views because I took care of her while she was dying, and she, honest to God, in her obituary, asked people to do not vote for Trump, which we put in the obituary, because of the way he treats women. Number one, I mean, that's a huge thing because women don't want to be. If you see, like, Billy Bush got fired because they were talking about some woman that he touched or grabbed or whatever. It was ridiculous. It was just ridiculous. He is a look at him. He's disgusting, and he's just a womanizer. And
Yeah,
a
I'm sorry that you're so like highly emotional about this, and you've been believing these lies for 8 years that you would put it in somebody's
it's not lies.
obituary. I think it's like just like
I saw it on television
that's
like
what's
you.
like messed up. It's like politics shouldn't be this crazy, and yet you up there, you're comparing him to Schmittler. I mean, this is
Well,
insanity.
when you're taking the rights away from women, whose rights do you take away next?
Nobody's taking my rights away. Nobody.
Well, you can't get an abortion.
Well, I'm a little old for that, but my nieces, if that's something they need
You didn't
to do,
freeze any eggs.
yep. No, I'm
When
all
we
for
take
it.
the rights away from one segment of our population, whose rights do we take away next? That's the question.
Whose rights are being taken away?
The dictator will tell us, Paul. The day is
Yeah,
coming.
I think it's
Doomsday is
okay for it
coming.
to be a state issue. I think AB should be a state issue because I think people feel differently on when that fetus becomes a person. And I think
Yes.
to have it more localized,
Love the fetus,
make
hate
that
the
determined.
child. As my old boss used to say.
Yeah, your
Else
mother was
wants to-
17 years
I don't
old,
even know
Paul,
what that means.
when
I
she
know
got
that's such a talking point. I don't even get it.
No, it's just
Billy.
a humorous thing.
Paul's mother was 17 when she was pregnant. My father made her get married to her abusive husband and have Paul. And Paul had to live without a dad his whole life because the dad didn't give a crap. So I agree with women getting abortions.
I'm pro-abortion.
Okay, and there's some people who feel differently. What about
But
their?
why
What about
take away
their
the
say?
choice? Why take away their right to choose?
Because some people believe that
So
at 8
whose
months that
rights do
fetus
we
is
take away
actually a person,
next?
and you
Now that
shouldn't
we
be able
take
to unalive
away,
that person.
that doesn't
It's
happen.
pretty straightforward.
Once we take away the rights
Yeah, but wait, no,
and
Paul,
choice, whose
you're
rights
saying it
do
doesn't
we take
happen.
away
Do you
next?
think that a woman should have that choice to unalive that
Yes.
fetus at 8
It's
months?
her body. It does not
Exactly.
happen. Doesn't happen.
No,
It's her
I know,
body.
but you think that they should be able to, though,
Doesn't
right?
happen. It happens
It
in
doesn't.
medical
No, I agree with you,
situations.
Paul. Maybe it doesn't happen, but I'm saying you think that they should have the right
That's
to
not
unalive
for
that fetus.
you don't get to make the rules.
And you
Billy.
don't get to make
Sorry.
the rules. Yeah, and Paul,
Billy,
you don't
Billy,
get to make the
Billy,
rules.
please. Can
It's
we
hilarious. You think
can
you
we
get to make the rules.
agree
You
to
do not get
disagree?
to
No,
make
it's
the rules.
choice. It's choice. We're not saying you have to
No,
do
it's
one
not,
thing or the
dude.
other.
No, because at 8 months, that fetus
It's
isn't
not
just a fetus.
happening.
But you
Again,
think it,
People
Paul
don't get
agreed that it should
abortions at
happen.
8 months
Janice,
if their
Janice,
child is okay.
Janice, Paul said that a woman should be able to choose, though. If she wants to unalive that fetus at 8 months, Paul said that she should have that right, and that we shouldn't be able to say anything. So
yes.
I think that's rather
particularly
gross.
you. You
Yeah.
shouldn't be able to say anything about anybody else's body.
I know. I understand,
What?
dude. You
What?
don't get to rule. You're not a dictator either. It's
We're not.
a bunch of people
We're not
have to
ruling.
come to an
You have the
agreement.
choice. Don't get
No,
don't
dude.
get an AB if you don't want one.
No,
Don't get
this
it.
is a forum
Hilarious.
of peace and what we believe in, and it's okay. We're all individuals, but we're just not
That's
for
why that's why Janice, I supported going back to the states so that people could actually vote on the issue. So that if a state feels strongly that at 7 months or at 5 months that fetus is a person and deserves protection, and an overwhelming or a majority support that, then yeah, I'm sorry, that is the law of the land.
But
Okay,
it's not
okay.
happening.
If a doctor tells a woman her fetus is severely disabled,
So let's take that away. So what does severely disabled mean?
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
for
Janice,
instance-
that sounds like eugenics to me.
Oh boy.
Oh my God, no!
Who
No,
determines
no,
what's
no.
severely
The
disabled?
Doctors.
Who determines that?
Okay, the
Doctors.
child's going to be on a ventilator and have to live in a hospital for its whole life. What do? You keep it or do you freaking not? It's a huge decision that women have to make, and it's sad.
And it's their decision. That's the whole
All right,
point.
fine. Yeah, let's agree on that, Janice. How about in a case where the fetus is not going to be disabled? Why don't we talk about those cases?
Well, maybe some of them were raped
So
by
we
their
don't
father.
want, yeah.
Maybe some
All
of
right, let's
these
take
mothers
away
were raped by their
rape, which is less
fathers.
than 1%. Yeah, Janice, you have to pivot to another very particular moment when AB should be okay. Yeah, let's talk about when there's no issue. There's been no rape. There's been no disabled. The mother's
not
life is not in
happening.
danger. What about that? Even at 5 months, Paul.
Not
4
all right,
months.
not
Is that
your
okay?
business.
Billy.
Yeah, you got
15 years
hilarious. You don't
old. You
get it.
accidentally get pregnant.
Yeah, I know. Look at this, Janice.
You're gonna
You bring
ruin
up
your
these
life.
very minute cases. You're
But so
bringing
do
up very,
you.
very minute cases.
So do you. They're not.
No,
We're
I
not.
didn't.
There are no
What changed?
ABs at 8 and
What
9
changed?
months. Not happening. Minute.
Okay, I also said 5 months, 6 months,
Yeah,
7
not
months.
your
At some
problem.
point,
Don't worry about it unless
exactly.
you.
People don't have
That's not.
abortions at 5 or 6 months.
Yeah,
They
well,
don't
I
allow it.
actually do care about the fetus at some point in the
Love the
process. Yeah.
fetus, hate the child.
That's right.
What did I say?
Host is gaslighting.
What does that mean? What is
I
so what?
believe the children are our future.
Well, let me say this. I'm going to be honest here.
Yeah.
I was 17 years old and I got pregnant, okay? And I was way too
Wow,
young,
so is Paul's mom, right?
way immature, and I had to make a decision. My mother wanted me to have the baby and adopt and put it up for adoption. That was not something that I wanted to do. So I had to go before a judge at the age of 17 because my mother wouldn't sign the papers. And I ended up doing what I had to do. Do I regret it? Sure. Did I go to my Catholic priest and confess that I
Why
did
do you
that?
regret it?
Sure, I did. But
Why do you
it
regret
was
it?
my choice. It was my choice.
Why do you regret it?
Why did I? Well, now that I'm older and I don't have any children, but I was only 17.
No, but
I
why
was
do you
not
regret it,
capable
though?
of taking care of a
You
child,
didn't
and I
answer why
wasn't
you
counting
regretted
on the
it, though.
government to take care of the child.
But that's the point, Billy. She doesn't have to answer anything to you. And
No,
I thought
absolutely. You
I-
haven't answered anything, Paul. I understand Janice doesn't have to answer anything, but she didn't answer the question again. Why
right,
did she?
because she doesn't have to
Why
answer
did
to
she
you.
regret
No,
it?
no. What?
I get
What?
it.
Go ahead, Bill.
It's
Say-
very hard. It's very hard for megas and people not to. They want to control everybody and everything and every. No,
Billy, I
Choice.
told you.
No, I don't.
Choice.
I was
I don't
only
actually.
17. You know, think about when you were 17. Did you think you knew everything or
Yeah, a family member had a child at 16, Janice, and they had the child.
well, I'm sorry, I couldn't, and I
Okay, no,
was
hey.
very sick during that time, and I did it before 3 months. So I did what I had to do, and it was my decision, and
Well,
I am so thankful
No, Janice,
that I
I'm
went
not.
in
I'm
front of a
not saying we
judge.
should be put you in jail. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, do I want more abortions or more ABs or less ABs? At the end of the day, we should all want less ABs.
No, I agree with you, Billy. But at that
it's none
time
of
in my
Billy's
life,
business what people do, though.
I mean,
That's
I
the
had to
point.
speak in front.
It's not about whether you want more or less. It's not your business. We're not going to send.
It's safe.
Janice
No,
isn't going to send you the
Paul,
paperwork
it
of her
used to be
AB.
safe,
Give me a
legal, and
break.
rare. It used to be safe, legal, and rare, and now you want
Yeah.
to drop away the rare because you want to unalive fetuses. It's
No,
wild.
nothing
Paul,
changed.
is it
No,
okay to drink alcohol when you're pregnant? Can you do hard drugs while you're pregnant?
My God.
Should a woman be allowed to do that?
Imagine this. This
Oh,
is a
I had to
fantasy.
go before a judge.
Another question Paul can't answer.
I had to get a judge's permission back then, and I'm going to be 60 to get an abortion. Because I was 17, my mother wouldn't sign the papers. Back then, I needed to go before a judge and degrade myself and put myself down so I could do what I thought was right for myself and the child.
Is it okay to drink while you're pregnant? Can you do hard drugs while you're pregnant? Is that okay?
Oh, no, absolutely not. No.
Why is it not okay?
No.
Why is it not okay, Janice?
Because it's going to make the baby deformed or dependent on drugs.
So it's bad to make that baby deformed, but it's okay to unalive that baby, right? You can't make it deformed, but you're allowed to unalive the fetus at some point, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's pretty bizarre. I think that's a very odd take.
You can say that. My
But it's
sister,
not
my sister that passed away, Paul's mom.
Yeah, Paul, it's not your business if a woman wants to drink.
She worked in the NICU. She saw a lot of babies suffering, and You
Oh,
just don't
yeah.
get it. You just don't get it. You'll never
He,
get it.
he
And I
just
can't.
wants to control what everybody says and does. That's all.
It's
What's wrong
fine.
with that?
I can't say anything more.
That's fine. Thank you. That's enough. You don't have
Yeah,
to
I think
answer
it's a
any
person at some
questions.
point. I know you guys can answer questions because I think that logically you're really not there, and you really
No.
don't get your positions from like an actual understanding of like where they come from and the
I,
arguments behind it. So I
yeah,
I
but
think
though,
you're struggling here, Paul.
yeah, but what you're saying is not happening. That's the bottom line. There are no ABs 8, 9. It's not your business. It was a federal law. Now, many of those poor and underprivileged communities don't have places to go when they need medical care. That is part of women's health care. Period. End of story.
Why do you want to?
And when we take the rights away from one segment of the population, whose rights do we take away next?
It was an accident.
So anyway, thank you.
I hope Billy never got anyone pregnant and had a
Oh, all right. I'm gonna
I'm
just mute
married.
you
We
for a
have
minute.
no. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm married. I have no children.
that's
But
good.
happily married. Yeah.
Well, that's good. Maybe someday. Any last words, Billy?
Yeah, I think you should actually watch Breaking Points to like
Breaking
educate
Point.
yourself. Yeah,
Um,
points plural because I
points.
really think that you should educate yourself. Because it's just
What are
I don't
your
know, it's
views
just tough
on
to listen to.
ABC, CBS, NBC?
I don't watch me. I think all of the mainstream news is a joke, including Fox News.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're all
There's
jokes and they're just
yeah.
going for
So is
ratings. So now
so
what?
everybody's a
What do you
joke
think of them?
except
What do you
one.
think of them?
I
Which
think
one?
you got to know you have to have
Wait, which
media
one?
literacy. Any major network, you have to have media literacy. You have to know what's the straight news, what's
Yeah, so
opinion,
which one of
what's
them are the straight news?
ABC, NBC, CBS, any of the traditional media. You got
Yeah,
to know what you're
I
reading.
disagree.
Newspapers. How about newspapers? Do you know which part is what a columnist is, what opinion is, an editorial, straight news?
Yeah, I don't care about that.
But this is the problem, Billy. That's not how the world
No, I think a
works.
lot of people. No, I think that the
Those
world
things
doesn't work through
exist.
that lens anymore because people have voices online. Yeah,
Right. So
I know. You're
factual
stuck watching just
factual
TV news.
news
It's a
doesn't
joke.
matter because people are online.
No, I thought you agreed with me. I think people on TV are literally going. I think television networks, right, are going for ratings. They're not trying to give you
It's been
objective news.
sensationalized for sure, but
Not
again,
even
you have to be able
sensationalized.
to
It's why
look
do you think
through
that
it.
Fox and CNN or MSNBC or any of these networks, why don't you think they could ever agree on what happens day to day? Because they're both not being objective.
But
Yeah.
if you're not watching them, how do you even know anything about them?
What?
Who's telling you about them? If you don't
I've
watch
seen
ABC,
clips. I
CBS,
watch no, of course, no.
NBC,
I don't like avidly watch it, but
MSNBC,
I'll watch like a clip here and there. Yeah,
well,
sure.
that's not giving you the full picture. You can't base things on clips. You have to do
Okay.
in-depth research. You have
So
to
you
study
watch.
it.
So how long do you watch ABC News TV every day?
Oh no, I gave up on them.
So what do you? Why would you even bring them up that they're objective and you gave up on them and you don't even watch them?
Because I think it's important for people like you that only watch one thing to
Wait, I
watch
watch
multiple
multiple
things.
things. So
What do
maybe
you
give
watch?
breaking. I already said give Breaking Points a chance.
We
Man.
heard that
Educate
one,
yourself.
Billy.
So
What else do
wait.
you
Hold
watch?
what do you watch right now? What do you watch?
Well, no, ABC, NBC, those are the
You
go-to.
just said you didn't watch ABC. So what are you
Well,
talking
because
about?
David Muir,
Oh,
he
so you're
puts too
changing.
much
Got it.
makeup on.
Okay, so you're lying again. Okay.
Yes, I'm
So
lying again.
you won't reveal anything you watch because it's probably pretty left wing.
I like The View.
Makes sense.
Now, you watch Breaking Points. What else do you watch or
No,
read?
until you reveal something legitimate that you do, I won't name another one.
Oh, he's
Why
sticking
would
to the
I?
point. Because we all know,
Name
listening
one,
and
dude.
watching.
Just reveal your source. How about this? Pod Save America. I
How
watch
about
Pod Save America. What
oh,
about
that's
that
a
one?
good
Do you
one.
watch
That's a
that
good
one?
one. Sure, occasionally. How about
A good one.
NPR?
It makes sense that you
NPR.
would think that Pod Save America is a quote unquote good one. That is comical stuff, dude.
How about
A bunch of
NPR?
Obama campaigners and staff speechwriters on a podcast. Makes sense that you would say that's a good one. Hilarious, dude. You are
Because
not
they talk
objective.
about news.
You
That's
are not
all.
objective at all, dude.
They're political people. They've
That's
been in
so
there.
funny, dude.
How
They're
about
way left
NPR?
wing. Yeah, I know you're
NPR.
going to a government-funded website. No, I don't watch NPR.
NPR is not a government-funded website by any stretch of the imagination.
NPR doesn't have a website.
They have a website. It's not government-funded.
NPR
NPR
doesn't.
is a private, independent, non-for-profit corporation.
Okay.
So have
Yeah, I
you
don't
ever?
watch NPR.
Well, you should.
I
NPR,
said you should watch
PBS.
Breaking Points, dude.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
you
I
scoffed
think
at
I've
it,
seen
so I'm
them.
scoffing at NPR.
Well,
The
because
fact that you think Pod Save America is good is so funny, dude. How did you think of the Biden or the Kamala Harris campaign staff? What did you think of that interview on Pod Save America?
I didn't see that one actually.
Billy,
I don't watch Pod Save America
Billy,
religiously.
this podcast is, we're trying to give information to the American people. We're not trying to fight. Nobody wants to fight.
Yes.
There's no left. There's no right. This is a neutral platform here, and we just want peace. That's all. That's
Okay.
all.
All right. I'm going to mute you again, Jenny, and I'm going to say, Billy, we thank you for coming up.
Please educate yourself, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's embarrassing watching.
NPR,
Seriously,
PBS,
BScoop, Janice. Yeah, I know.
NBC,
These
ABC,
big things that you don't. How about this? What's
CNN?
the last NPR thing that you watch and I'll watch it? What's the last video?
No, NPR is radio.
So you don't, dude. What the?
Radio News,
So you got
National
nothing.
Public
Okay,
Radio News.
Gotcha. So you got
What's
nothing,
that?
dude. You don't watch anything. It seems you just come on here and you just spout nothing. It makes sense. It's pretty much everybody on the
Sounds
left who voted for
nonsensical.
Kamala Harris.
We don't watch anything.
NPR is National Public Radio.
Give it a listen. Top of the hour newscast.
No, thank you.
No,
Yeah,
thank
no
you.
thanks.
Billy's
Yeah,
not going to listen. Come on, if I watch
Donald
Breaking
Trump
Points, you
collude
got to.
with Russia? Did
you
Donald
gotta-
Trump collude with Russia?
If I'm going to watch Breaking Points with an S,
he
you
didn't,
got
everybody.
to
Just
watch.
as an FYI.
Oh, Billy's
All
getting
right,
his
Billy,
message out.
Billy,
Yeah.
let there
I know, because you believe these lies 9 years later, and you don't even feel embarrassed about it. Like, don't you have self-awareness?
Yeah. Billy, I want you to come back another
You've
time.
had 10 people this entire time. You have no self-awareness, dude, do you?
What does that mean, 10 people? What does that mean to you? I have low viewership? How dare you? No, Billy, I do thank you. And please come back again. I'm going to drop you for now. I do thank you very much. That was Billy.
Oh,
Billy
yay.
Lemon, everybody. Not related to Liz Lemon of 30 Rock. Tina
Oh, I
Fey.
thought it was.
I was sure because he sounded, there was a family resemblance there, I think.
He was convincing.
You know, I find that
He was
stuff
great.
interesting. You know, I don't talk politics on here that much, but I do find people fascinating. Now, I'm going to mute Janice again because she thinks she's on this the Star Showcase.
Pardon me, I'm watching Breaking Points.
Yes,
He's probably a host.
I know there was something about this Breaking Point. He is just, but I don't know about you, BScoop, but I do like to reach out to people on the other side because for me it's overwhelming that they're so delusional, you know, that they repeat talking points, that they can't absorb the truth. That even that last thing he was saying, he was trying to get it in there. He didn't collude with Russia 9 years later, when there is obviously plenty of evidence that definitely says that he did. And
Right.
and even if he did or didn't, we've got to stay in the moment. It's 2025, people. We have a felon coming into the presidency. Unheard of. Impeached twice. Unheard of. But it's everybody else. Did you also notice that, BScoop? It's everybody else.
Sure did.
Everybody else
It's
is
your
wrong.
fault.
Don't listen to ABC, CBS, NBC.
Right. I'm gonna go watch NPR. I mean, listen.
Well, I would, you know, NPR and PBS does have the news hour on PBS television is actually another good one. And I'll tell you part of the reason I did stop watching, as many of us did after the election, because we were overwhelmed. And I like David Muir and the ABC crew. I mean,
Right.
I watch all of them. But having worked in media, I can see the sensationalism in some of the
Yeah.
things that aren't being taken seriously, you know.
Right.
And what? What were you going to say?
Oh, nothing. I'm in the middle of watching Breaking Points right now. Sorry.
Oh, you should pull it up. You should have pulled it up. I wish I could pull it up. Pull it up! Who's the producer of
I'm
this show?
sticking to it.
I think, because I used to really dive into the other side. That is ringing a bell with me.
Yeah.
And as I've gotten older, I think I'm forgetting things. But I think I have seen that. Listen,
Well,
I
it's
used to
just
watch
interesting,
hours of the other side, especially when QAnon was coming into existence. And,
Oh, that's
I have
right, yeah.
seen people go really off the deep end.
Mhm.
And when you don't know the difference, media literacy, and he is right about, everyone comes up here and has a
He's
platform.
right, yeah.
Nobody's fact checking me. I
Yeah.
mean, the only thing I got on my screen was, what was that notice that we were? I don't know what it was.
So
Yeah.
someone got triggered, I guess, which is
Yeah, I don't know.
unfortunate because if everyone's a Trump supporter, I love that they complain everyone's a snowflake that's a liberal, but yet it's all Trump supporters in here.
yeah,
So
I
I'm
mean, he
totally
was-
confused. And then they come on and they say, well, we're wonderful people, but you have to think like me.
Yeah, you have to,
Okay,
and you
so
have to
wait a
follow my
minute. So
rules.
what is it
and
though? Oh no, I didn't say you could talk right now.
You're
Oh,
not
but what do
answering
you
my
think?
questions.
Well, I just told you I'm watching Breaking Points. I mean,
You can't handle the truth. And
I mean,
if
I
you
don't.
try to have a little
Again,
fun with
I
it,
just felt like you couldn't win one way or the other, and then it was
no.
a
But it
Q and
was,
A, and
see,
then you're a joke, and then there's 10 people in his bedroom watching him. I didn't get, I didn't get it, and I'm over here deleting emails like a lunatic of me and Hillary. It's crazy. I mean, I don't get it. I'm trying to get rid of this computer over here.
he
I'm selling
doesn't.
it
You
on
better
Facebook, by
smash
the
it
way.
like Hillary did.
See what I
doesn't
mean?
know
Did he
we're
stick
multi.
around? I mean, I even go after Hillary. See what I mean? So come on.
See, I mean, he doesn't know we're multi-streaming on multiple
Good
platforms.
Lord.
He doesn't know that I might have. Where's the
Well, that's
count?
why I like to always
We
say,
have
see, you
4
got it
other
wrong where
viewers
I
on other
stand.
platforms. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, I can't see your comments in the moment. Things are not set up. For
Right.
those of you watching on other, I think Facebook and
Right.
YouTube, I cannot at this
Yeah,
particular moment see the comments.
Yeah.
But come
Well,
over to the TikTok.
I like their policy. Well, which one?
Yeah.
None of
I'm
them.
not answering your questions.
I'm not answering that question. Why? Because I don't have to. I'm an American. And that's true. You don't.
And the other thing is for me, like if I read a story, I'm not the expert on that story, right? And I
Right.
do consume
why would
a
you
lot of
speak on it?
information. Well, right. Or it's not that I'm debating. See, a lot of people debate on here.
They want to debate here. This
I
isn't
am a
debate.
therapist. I am the mega
That's
therapist. MAGA therapist, not mega, MAGA. Make Donald Trump again. Therapist. Because I believe I'm a goodwill ambassador, like my mother. I used to tell people, because some people look at it as having too many feelings and you're a pushover. No, there have to be ambassadors, as there has been in history. This whole country was built, with ambassadors and, buying the different land. I mean, people forget. They think, oh, Christopher Columbus came over and then we put the American flag up. No, French people, France owned part of it, Germany, Dutch. I mean, they don't know anything about it, right? And everybody can't know everything. But so that's why you have to have some trust in experts and
Right.
historians. But everyone thinks everyone has another agenda. They're sneaking.
And then there's got to be a big debate. But
these
then when there's a
arguments.
debate, there's only one side that gets to talk. Have you noticed?
Yes. Answer my question.
Answer my question.
I saw another one of my friends pop in here, my real life friends, and I don't know where he went. But thank you for coming in. I'll send you a message later. I think you made a couple of comments.
But
But I
Billy
used-
was great, though. I thought
Billy
he
was great. I mean, that's what makes good conversation.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
The unfortunate thing for me, though, it seems like when I watch other lives, is that they all say the same thing. It's only everyone else. It's not
Yeah.
Trump. It's everyone else. It's every other world leader. It's every prosecutor. It's every attorney general. It's everyone else is out to get this man. Just can't follow the facts. Can't read. Can't do in-depth research. Talking points. What was it called?
I forget now. I've been binge watching the whole thing. So. I
Did you
apologize.
subscribe to their YouTube channel?
I was booking my next abortion. I apologize.
If you don't want an abortion, don't have one. I'm going to have one after
Mind your
this.
business.
I mean, geez, Louise, boy, this one's for the history books, folks. This show
Sure.
is for the history.
Any Biden
books.
supporters? Maybe there's Biden supporters that want to come in and go at it.
Anybody
Anybody
Biden
want to talk about
supporters?
Biden? What do you want to bring up about
I
him?
mean, you look at it. I'll be honest. I'm disappointed in
Yeah, me too.
the Democrats and Biden and the way things all shook out.
Let's turn it that way. The discussion. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can be
You think we're thrilled?
thankful for what he did and put it in perspective. See, everything is about perspective.
Yeah.
But the way, the fact that he stayed in the race too long and all of that,
exactly. That
but
was messy.
it was messy. But I think we have to move forward. We have to move forward. And this is my motto, pass the torch, right? BScoop, I'm always saying pass the torch.
Term
The
limits.
80-year-olds in Congress, enough already. What the hell is so fun about working at 80 years old?
Well,
Everybody
it's fun
I
when
know,
you're
my
rich.
aunt retired at 59 years old today. 80, I'm going to go another term. Why do they want to be there? Well, because I know they like the power. They
sure.
like, the
They
money.
like to be talked about.
Yeah, but enough. I mean, retire to Boca already. Come on, it's beautiful.
I mean,
South
who in here
Florida.
supports term limits? I mean, I think that's
Me.
what should be.
Term limits, big time. You see,
Hopefully
even if
Trump
you
puts
love,
that in. I'd like to see Trump do that. Put term
you think
limits.
he would do that?
I don't know. Would he?
He's going to put in term
It's
unlimited.
going to be great if he does.
He's going to stay forever. He's never leaving now. He didn't want to leave the first time. He tried to overthrow the government. That didn't happen. It was a day of love, Paul.
Trump House instead of
My
White House.
God.
Trump House.
That sounds like a reality show. Don't give them any ideas.
Actually,
Trump House.
that's a great idea.
Streaming on
I
Paramount
love
Plus.
it. I think a lot of people would tune in.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, he's a reality TV
people
star.
love
That's
it.
all he
People
is.
love it.
He's no businessman.
You
He's
know,
no
and that's the
negotiator.
other draw, I think, for people too. He knows that, though. Is
Trump
that-
knows that he's a fraud.
He knows that he's got the lure of, look at me.
I could go on Fifth Avenue. I mean, he could pull his
Free
pants down and
Luigi.
take a dump on the White House lawn and still not lose any votes. Well, that tells you something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What a time. What a time we're living in. I
Sign
feel
of the
like
times.
things are just, they can be overwhelming, but I think we got to keep talking. You see, I don't think Billy was open to
Anything.
even anything.
But he was great.
But he was great. We love him. But really, when we get together, this is the thing. It's going to be the 4th of July. We'll all be at the
You're
fireworks.
right. Everyone's
and
going
we're
to
all-
forget.
No, they don't forget. But I'm
Well, they're
saying, where's
drunk.
that spirit all the time? They're drunk.
Oh, I know. I know. Oh, I forgot. You can't be funny.
No.
You can't be funny on TikTok.
And
That's
that-
getting banned in 6 days.
Isn't that funny? He was the second person yesterday.
We had that yesterday. You can't be funny
Yeah.
on the TikTok. Well, why?
And the other thing about Pod Save America and those characters, they're characters. I mean, they're not newscasters. I wasn't saying that they were.
Hello.
They were, but they talk about politics. It's okay to have discussions and learn
And it's
stuff.
okay
like,
to laugh.
and it's okay. Like the Daily Show with Jon Stewart when it first came around all those years ago, he was talking about news in a humorous way. But we were getting more news from Jon Stewart than we were from the networks.
That's just it. But you see, people that are younger now, it's just this black. It's just so. No, debate me.
Everybody
It's
has
the,
such strong
what is this, the-
opinion.
20-year-long disease of Ben Shapiro and all that want to do the debate
Yeah.
thing. Everyone wants to be the Ben Shapiro, I think.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
Well,
that
that's
whole impact, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
Or
that's it
Yiannopoulos
exactly.
there, whatever his name was.
Oh God, Yappy
Remember
Douglas.
him?
That's what I call
Remember
him. I called him Yappy Douglas.
I did enjoy watching him, actually.
Oh, God.
I'd just go, oh wow, okay.
I mean, first of
Uh-huh.
all, he was really playing it up, right?
Well,
I'm,
I give him credit because that's just it. He knew what he was doing. It was genius. I just said, wow,
yeah.
this
I
is
can I
great.
can see your point of view. I mean, obviously I didn't like
Yeah, I'm just trying to be, fair to
but
the.
yeah. But I think where did he pop up recently?
Did he?
Laura Loomer was screaming in his face. I hadn't seen him for a
Really?
while. He looked rough.
Oh
Um,
no.
I think he's having financial problems or something. I forget.
Yikes.
Because he really was saying a lot of BS.
Yeah, he was.
What's his name again?
Isn't it Milo Yiannopoulos?
Milo. Yeah, I
Milo.
couldn't think of the first name. Yeah, Milo
Oh, I didn't know
Yiannopoulos.
that.
Yeah. Well, because he. I mean, he's a provocateur. He really is
Yeah,
the definition of the word.
sure.
Someone named PJ came in. Is that my other
Oh,
friend?
PJ.
Oh no, I
I
have a
know a
friend.
PJ.
I know a PJ too, doesn't it? I'm a PJ, believe it or not, but
PJ.
I never went by that. I'm lucky now.
Lucky.
Call me
I know.
lucky.
That's it. Lucky.
Oh, BScoop, what a
Wow.
show today. Did not
Holy
expect
cow.
that. We both said, oh, why don't we go on for half
Yeah,
hour?
we're just gonna do 30
It's been
minutes.
2 hours.
I have to
I just
delete all
checked
those emails, so I mean, it's just...
and smash your computer, which is like, I mean,
But
again, if
see, I'm not allowed to joke about that. Why not? You voted for
you
Trump.
can,
I mean,
I'm
honestly.
saying you
Oh,
can. You don't
thank
have
you,
to listen to
Lucky.
Billy.
Okay, well, I was listening to Billy too much, I
See,
think
the
then.
bullies don't like that they don't have the
Uh,
power.
no, not
And when
with
they
me,
see my
because see,
face, they think, oh, this
I know,
this smirk,
right?
you
It's not.
know?
Well,
Boy,
that's just it. And even when I liked the name Giggles. I should have chosen that because he said I'm Giggles. Billy, I'm gonna
he
take that. I
did.
like that name.
Be giggle scoop.
But see, that's the problem with me, which is why I'm in therapy.
Be scoop giggles. Yes, exactly. I mean,
Because the insults I enjoy.
we enjoy them. Well, you people.
Well,
Just because we want
it's your
fairness,
fault. Yes, you're right. It is my fault.
it's all my fault. You only have 10 people in here.
What 10 people?
I know it did, William. That's a
I
new
have
high
no
for
clue. That's a
us.
high rating. Wow.
I couldn't pay attention, obviously, to everything that was going on the
Right.
screen.
Sorry.
And there were people trying to come in, but,
Oh,
they
okay.
would come and then they would say they're not
Well, I don't think
online. And
Billy wouldn't let them speak. I mean,
I think, I don't know if you have the ability to let people in. Whether
I
you're
could have. I wasn't really looking, and then
That's okay.
I
I was
was
just
looking
curious.
at nude
We're
photos
still,
of Hillary.
by the time this app is gone, we'll have figured out all the secrets, right?
Well, now that's just it. Getting back to the point.
Back to the point. What is the
TikTok.
damn point?
TikTok ban.
Yeah, well, we're
6
going
days. We're
over.
on day 6, the final countdown.
I turned the heat off because I was having a hot flash. Now
So
I
wait
can't
a
feel
minute.
my
Do you
legs.
think?
Go
Wait
ahead,
a
I can
minute.
hear you.
Did we discuss what Trump could do? I mean, what can he do for TikTok?
God, I just tripped over my greens.
I love it that, you
I don't
start
know.
talking in a positive light about Trump, people leave. Isn't
Yeah,
that interesting?
they love the
Oh, you see,
controversy.
I love the. Hold on. Hold on. I'm giving Trump all these accolades, and everyone leaves. Oh, interesting. Well, he's a big dick. How's that?
And apparently he's not. But
But isn't that interesting? See what I
what
mean?
did you say nice about him? I didn't.
Nothing.
I'm listening, but I didn't.
Nothing. No, all I was giving him credit where he probably doesn't have any to go.
That's right. He doesn't deserve any because he's so cruel and mean. But let
But
me
I'm
just
just
say,
saying, see, no one hears that. No one hears me say the jokes about Hillary. No one hears me say the jokes about,
right.
Obama. They only hear,
Thanks,
oh, well, of course you're
Obama.
making fun of Trump. No, I joke about Sleepy Joe every day.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
But
Get
I should
over
make.
yourself.
Can
Get
I
over
make my
yourself.
statement? I think I'm going to make this a daily statement. There's one thing I can say I agree with Donald Trump on. One thing.
Great.
I said this before, BScoop, and I'm going to say it every day. After 9/11, he said, rebuild the Twin Towers exactly the
That's
way
right.
they were, and I agree.
I
Period.
do too.
End of story. So I can agree on that. Can't
Yeah.
get a lemon out of Billy. Can't get any juice out of
Yeah,
him.
but hold on. Billy also did say that he That wasn't his first choice back in 2016.
I
So
know that was interesting. Oh,
I
I
wish he
have.
would have discussed more of that, but that's
Well,
okay.
he
I
had
mean,
an
we're here
agenda.
now. It's okay.
I
You
think
know
he had
what?
a,
He'll
an
be back.
agenda. He'll be back.
Yeah,
He'll
I
be
think
back.
I hate to say it, I think he works for Breaking Points.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm.
Yeah, and people do that too. They'll come in and, you see, they're just, screen recording so they can put it up on their feed when they go live.
That's another good point
They
because
do that.
people do that
So pay attention, folks.
because
Fake
anything that's on
news.
the internet is alive forever. Even if I don't,
That's right.
we do
Just
this
ask
live.
Hillary.
She had her own server. Don't forget
Yeah,
that,
don't forget it.
BScoop.
She runs the
Imagine.
TikTok.
This is why I'm a therapist because I talk to people about technology
Yes.
and I help them. Back then,
Help
okay,
me.
remember the thing with the server and the email?
Oh, yeah.
Technology
Yeah.
today was not what it was then. She thought, and it was under guard in their house, which is protected by the Secret Service, her own server for her own email
Right.
which is totally normal for somebody of that stature. But at the time,
right.
it wasn't the same as it is today.
That's
She had,
right.
I think, a BlackBerry
Yes.
and whatever. But saying that she had her own server like she was doing something nefarious, right? Like, what was she doing? Like, was she doing? Yeah, like what was that? Napster? What was that thing with all the music?
Imagine they did a documentary. They unveil who's behind the curtain. It's Hillary just typing away, and there's this big server.
She was pirating music and
Right.
movies.
It's like her and Nancy Pelosi next to each other, just chuckling, drunk skunks, and
She had her own server. What do you think of that?
she had her own server.
They're obsessed with Hunter. Oh, I get it. You never saw the
he's a
pictures?
loser.
The pictures of him? You never saw them?
Well,
Of Hunter?
I'm in those photos. I mean, how do you, I was a little
You
upset.
took them. I was
so-
wondering who was on the other
Yeah.
side of the camera.
Well, that's just it. So, I mean, see what I mean? It's all fair.
It's all fierce.
And fair.
And then how about Janice sharing this story? I thought she
Oh
was going
my
to come out and say,
gosh.
Paul, I'm your real mother.
Right. Then she collapsed off the live.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Oh, that was,
Janice.
oh boy.
Don't make me come down there.
Make me come down there. But
She's
that's
out
sad
to
because
dinner. As
but
they
you
say,
know,
she's out to dinner.
she's out to dinner. She
And
will.
she is going to be on photos. So
She
everyone
will
stay
be
tuned.
down for dinner.
And there will be photos. We won't need a server for that one.
But I was looking up 1973, I think it was, or 74. Women had to get permission from their husbands to have a bank account.
Well, don't say that too loud. I mean, people don't want to believe that. So
They don't want to believe it. This is recent history.
I told you yesterday what happened in my family. So
Yeah. It's not, I mean, we really take for granted the rights and lifestyle that we have today. We really do because we don't
Yeah.
know the history. And
No.
so, yeah, it's
it's
just
crazy. Well, it's just like with your hat, yesterday. Well, what do you mean make America gay again?
yeah, I changed
Okay,
hats.
wow,
I mean, is there any humor in anybody?
wow, it's gotten this severe.
Have they been to a drag show? I mean,
Well, that's just it. I mean,
let's get started on the drag queens. Oh, they're reading to our children.
where are the drag queens? Actually, that's a good topic. Let's talk about
That's
the
a
drag
topic.
queens coming after the children.
Yes, forget about the Catholic
agrees with
Church. I don't
us
want to
that
hear
we
about
should
that. But
ban
those drag
drag?
queens.
Lucky,
Those
let's talk about
queens.
banning drag.
Oh, dear God.
I agree.
Do I have to pull up the picture of me in drag that got flooded? I found it. It was
Uh,
in the flood. The picture is destroyed. Thank God. Have you ever done drag? Sure, we all
yeah,
have.
Who hasn't? I'm doing
hasn't?
drag right now. You kidding me?
What are you
Listen.
wearing?
You people are all amateurs.
It's all
People are talking
drag.
about Hillary Clinton with the server, Hunter over here on a computer with his alcohol and drugs, and I'm over here in bootstraps and fur. You should see me tonight at 8.
Oh, you're going to be on another site. For
Yeah,
that.
I'm on another site. If you're in Florida, you can't watch though.
Oh, that's right. I know. Now
Who's in
that
Florida that's on here? Although then
I
again,
know I should ask. Well, nobody really wants to come
oh,
clean on that one, right?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, the governor usually tunes into this, so
Governor DeSantis? Governor the Sanctimonious.
yes.
Oh, you think it's funny?
Go watch Breaking Points.
You know what? I started watching an old show, The Wire. I have
Okay.
had that on my list forever. You
Oh
know
wow.
anything about it? Everyone
No.
praised it back in the day. It was on for
Hmm.
years, and it's been on my list. And I finally said, "Is this the time?" And I started it. It's pretty. I'm only in the beginning of it, but I actually think I started watching it before. It seemed a little familiar. Has that ever happened to you, whether it's a
Oh
show
yeah.
or a movie, and you go, "Wait a
Sure.
minute"?
I say, wait a minute, this happened in real life to me.
I look at. We have a comment. This
Oh,
just
I
in.
love it.
Another sissy boy live.
Yes, it is. Welcome. Come
Now,
on in and
how
say
in the
hi.
world?
Well, is this a trans?
I'm not a sissy. I'm a fairy.
Right.
Get it
Well,
right.
that's okay. Another Sissy Live. Get it now.
TikTok, you don't stop.
6 days.
TikTok, you
6 days
don't
left for
stop.
the Sissy Live.
TikTok, you do
TikTok, you don't
stop.
stop.
Well, you know, we're building up an audience. We've got 2 and 3 and 10
Beautiful.
people in here.
Well, did they want to come in and talk? Were they coming in or just
I
making
don't
a
know. Let's
comment?
see.
Or
Let's see. I don't know if they come and go so quickly.
oh
Yeah, I
well,
think
that's
they're
it's
already
like the
out of the
Wizard of
room.
Oz. I mean, it's
By
like
the time I
Oz.
see it, they're out of the room. I guess
Yeah.
if I don't immediately comment,
Well, see, that's the other thing. There's no patience. You can't have a rebuttal. It's just this argument. It's not even debate. It's just screaming and yelling and
yeah. Now
tell
look,
me,
it's some of
tell
the
me
biggest
why.
streamers on here are having arguments and debating, and you like
Well,
that young
go
man I
for it
sent
then.
you, Parker. He had like
Yeah,
5,000 people. I mean, I've been watching him for years,
yeah,
and Harry Sisson, you know, like they're getting like almost 10,000 people.
sure.
These, but they're also getting invited to the White House, so I guess they're doing
Oh,
something
yeah,
right.
well, yeah. There you go.
They're the ones, you know, Parker and Harry and all the younger guys, like they are very smart. I think Harry's even studying to be a lawyer or whatever, but they do
Yeah,
read these documents. They do know these cases, like every detail. And like, that's great. That's not me. I'm not debating.
yeah.
I am a MAGA
We want to
therapist.
listen.
I want to be a peace ambassador to MAGA because, of course, if they take over, I don't want them to, you know, I want to be
Right.
on the good side of that.
Well, that's if they would listen, though.
Listen.
See, no one was listening. Night two in a row. No one thinks that we're listening to them. And I said nice things
Yeah.
about Billy. Gosh, if anything, I'm bad mouthing myself over here.
I know it. It went
See
sideways
what I
so
mean?
quickly.
Not one nasty thing did I say.
But tell me, I mean, I think even in not this kind of scenario, people think I'm sarcastic. Now, somebody looks like they're up in the box. I don't know if they requested or not.
Oh, I don't see
Oh, I
anything.
did send it. I don't know. I guess they requested. I sent an
It,
invitation.
it
I don't
says
know.
invite. Here they
Oh,
come.
I think he's coming up.
Is it Billy?
No.
Oh, it's coming through.
Are you there? I can't see. Is that Charles?
Yes.
Hey,
How are
we
you?
had Charles yesterday, right?
Did we?
Well, we did have a
Might
Charles
have.
on.
Were you up
Oh,
here yesterday?
there's another guy named like Charlie or Charles something. I go by Charlie Six Wayne because I did 2 tours in Vietnam, and during those tours, I operated RTO for my captain CO, and he
Hmm.
was
Oh,
Charlie Six Actual. I was Charlie Six One. You know,
oh,
it's a call
nice.
sign. That's where that comes from. And
Okay.
I'm 76. I was trying to oh, okay. Make Donald Dumpy again. Good.
Now, did the hat fool you?
Yeah, I
Did
kind of did. I was like, and I heard a couple of things that you said. I was like, wait a minute, there's something wrong. We did that,
yeah.
you know. I'm I'm getting more harder than I was before. So, yeah,
Make Donald Trump.
yeah, yeah.
So you're a vet. So and you vote
Okay.
Democrat, I take it.
I have, yeah, I started voting Democrat when I was 18, and I voted Democrat since I was 18. In every election that I voted in, I believe every single election. I didn't vote in the Reagan election, and I didn't vote I think that's about the only one I really haven't voted on or in.
What was the reason? Was there any reason you
Well,
just?
wait, I was out of town,
You were
and
out
I
of
didn't
town.
have it. Yeah, I was gone, and
Did you?
I'm sitting in this watching TV one day, and I think it was like a day or two after the election,
Yeah.
and they were announcing, stuff, and I turned to a friend of mine and I said, "When did they vote?" And he looked at me and said, "You dumb fuck, 2 days ago." I said, "Oh shit!" So
It
yeah,
happens. It happens.
yeah, it was
I
just one of those times. But yeah,
I don't remember. I may have missed one early on in my voting years. I don't remember, but
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the only one that I can,
yeah.
can think of. That and the only reason I remember that, well, I won't say why I was dumbfounded for a couple of days, but I was just completely lost. And I was
Yeah.
visiting a friend in Humboldt County, California, uh, at his little hider cave where he grew tobacco.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. So we were in there for a couple of days, just and like I said, he had this TV hooked up with these rabbit ears, then he had this big rabbit ear on top of this little mound. Yeah,
Those
that
were the
was,
days with the rabbit ears. Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. You know, I tell my daughters, that like somebody was saying one time, one of my daughters says, "Did you ever have a remote control? When you were younger?" And I said, "No, I was the remote control."
You got up and actually switched it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, Dad would say, "Alan, get up and change the channel," and I would go over and change the channel.
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
so I would. And the
I'm just
revenue holder, when you go out or you go out on the, we had this, what they call it, the antenna.
on the
God, I'm
roof.
sorry. Well, we had one that went up the side of the house, and
Yeah.
you could turn the pole, and I
Oh,
would go
yeah.
out there, and I lived in Spokane at that time when we had that one. And during the wintertime, the snow would get on it, and, because, they would cross, how if you
Yes.
lived that long ago, you understand. And
Yes.
Dad would say, "Go out and shake the snow off." So I'd be out there shaking the snow off, then he'd say, "Stop, hold it right there."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I move, and he goes, "No, go back, and hold it." And I go, "Dad, I'm not going to stand out in the freezing cold and hold the antenna."
Well, you wanted to watch 60 Minutes. Could you just hold it for an hour?
Yeah, yeah. And I tell people, I remember when they had three channels: CBS, NBC, and what was it? CBS, NBC, and ABC.
Yeah.
And I remember Walter Cronkite,
Oh, sure.
when he did the
Sure.
news, the very last part of it, "That's the news. I'm Walter Cronkite, and good night."
Yeah.
and
That
then
was it. Straight.
and then the test pattern.
That was
And people
really,
go,
that was the beginning of television. Yeah.
yeah, that was in the
And,
40s or 50s. Really?
and now look at us here on TikTok. You
Oh,
mentioned your age,
Jesus.
76. I mean, how long have you been on the TikTok here?
Uh, I think I got on maybe about a year ago. I got addicted.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is
it's become,
addictive.
yeah. Well, I liked it during the election. I go into these other rooms and stuff. I'm very patriotic. I swore an oath to the Constitution. I still honor that oath as a veteran, and I'm 100% total and permanent disabled veteran. I have, and I get all my medical care and everything from the VA.
Yeah,
They're really my bank. They support
yeah,
me
yeah.
basically, and they're talking about wanting to take, you know, I think it's what $60 billion from VA medical care, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my
And
God.
where the VA already struggles with, with money problems. And
Yeah.
I had a doctor. I got prostate cancer. I found out in 2016,
Mm.
and I've had a heart attack, major heart attack. I got 3 stents in, and part of my heart is actually dead. It doesn't pump blood.
Oh,
So I take these the blood thinner, but the stronger than the blood thinner to keep the blood the flow through, because the blood will accumulate and then it goes and then it kind of accumulates. So yeah, if I walk across the room, I get tired just because the blood's not flowing right.
yeah.
But
My father's like that. Yeah.
oh, okay, so you
Yep. I
understand,
know.
yeah.
He doesn't
And
understand. I try to tell him that's, what's happening.
well, I'm getting that myself. It's gonna be like, you know, I've had people tell me, why don't you just lay down and die? And I go, well, I was in the infantry. We just regroup.
Yeah, you keep
Yeah.
going. I mean,
Yeah, fuck that shit. I want to, and with what's going on. I was watching the Republicans now. They're talking about the California fires and what basically the funding. What's it going to do? What's it not going to do? They want to put in contingencies that they have to follow in order to help people.
It's
I mean,
outrageous.
yeah.
Outrageous.
And this flag thing on the inauguration day, Johnson's going to order the flag to be flown at full mast until
saw
the
that,
next
yeah.
day because, I actually heard Trump when he was talking about this. I think it was maybe a week ago, maybe two. I can't remember exactly,
Yeah.
but he was talking about that the flags. He was all upset because the flags are going to be flying half staff on his inauguration day.
I don't get that. What
Yeah.
does it have to do with him? Why does he care?
Well, you know what? It's like when I tell the maggots, it's all about me.
That's
When it comes to Trump, it's all about me. It's me, 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 me. I got to be in the limelight. I don't want nobody else getting credit for nothing. It's got to be me, 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 me. And I tell you what, I got a couple of friends, and I've been on a couple of different lives and TikTok. Because I like getting in arguments with the maggots. Yeah.
Yes.
I got shut down, and I had to leave the room and come back. And they know who I am.
Well, I'm going to I just followed you because I like that. I want to see you debate these people too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not the. It's like Forrest Gump said. I may not be the smartest man in the room, but I know when somebody's trying to play me. I try to
Absolutely.
use that. And
Absolutely. Just talking out about things is okay,
yeah. I mean, where did they get off? I mean, I've known about Trump since the 70s. I mean, because I got friends in New York, and I'm actually from Washington State. I was born in Pasadena, Texas, or Texas, Pasadena, however you want to go. I lived about 2 or 3 years, so I guess I have to claim it as my birthplace. But I was raised in between Spokane and Seattle, and lived in Tacoma. My last years before coming to Ohio, I lived in a town called Ashford up by Mount Rainier. It's on the paradise side of Mount Rainier. And, but and I got friends in the magazines and stuff. I talked to people in lives. And the simple question is, when you ask them, what exactly is Trump going to do, that's going to help all Americans? Well, he's better than the last pick, right? Harris and
Yeah. They
You know,
can't
they get
say
into
anything
that.
specific.
yeah, they never can. Now when Joe Biden, the stuff that he's got done, every president kind of makes a little fumble, but when you're a total disaster like Trump and his administration, if you just look, they had a hearing on, oh gosh, what's that guy's name? He's going to be in the Department of,
Oh yeah.
Is it-
Hegseth.
RFK Jr.
yeah, I think that's who it is. And they were, he's been accused of rape. He's been accused of racism. I mean, the list, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I knew a little bit about him, but I didn't, because I watched, them asking him questions. Well, the Republicans have come out and said, yeah, all the Democrats were over there just, cheering and making fun of him, and he's a great man. Well, yeah, I mean, he falls right on line with a 34 convicted felon president. So, I mean, yeah, he's right in racism. But I tell
fits
people,
right in.
yeah, they don't know Trump, and they refuse, to know Trump. I mean, this is a guy that was ordered by the Attorney General of New York City back in the 70s. What was it, 72, 74, somewhere in there, where he had to rent to black people because he wasn't renting to them. This is a guy in the 80s and the 90s when he had his casinos that, and he would either come to the casino and they knew he was, God, I'm sorry, I have a speech impediment and sometimes I get, um, I have to take a break, breathe.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
where they would actually remove black dealers off the tables.
Yeah. I
They would
forgot about
remove
that. Yeah.
black people from the floors because VIPs were coming through, and he didn't want them to be offended. This is a guy at the same time that when he had his Miss Teen pageant, and it's been documented and by Trump himself that he could go when he walked in on young girls under the age of 18, and even Miss Americas, he did the same thing, but he walked in on the girls under the age of 18, dressing and undressing. And when they were shocked and would ask him, his comments basically were, "It's my building, it's my pageant, I can do what I want and check out the merchandise." And people were okay with that. And I will guarantee you, me as a 76-year-old man or a 50-year-old man or a 60-year-old man or a 40-year-old man, if I walked in on young girls dressing and undressing, the dads would be hunting me down to cut my
Absolutely.
nuts,
Right. But he
and I
thinks he
wouldn't
can do
blame him.
whatever he wants.
Yeah, So this is, when I started voting, I used to read about the mustache guy, of course, and I was born not too long after World War II, so I was still pretty fresh up in '58, and I can remember hearing stories about him. But when I turned 18, went into the military, was in the Army, and going through training, and I did my first vote and stuff. And I used to remember watching stories about him and how he came to power and what he did. And my question all through the years was, how does one man control and get commanded, if you will, like a god? How does one man do that? I could never understand it because I didn't live in that era. And then Trump came,
Yep.
and the first thing I remember saying was when what should have disqualified him when he first ran was when he was on a rally that he was doing, and it was a handicapped reporter. I think it's still a possible. They got with the hands hang down.
Yes.
I had a friend
remember
named
it.
Yeah, I had a friend named Gary that had the same thing way back in the it'd been the '80s, and Trump was up there flopping his hands back and forth.
Deplorable.
And
Such a pig.
that right there should have disqualified
Absolutely.
Trump.
What happened? Why did the people, remember, so many other presidential candidates got disqualified for doing much less than that.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine if Joe Biden or Obama would have done something like that? They've been crucified. Can you imagine Joe Biden and Trump coming out and making comments like Trump makes? I mean, the windmills are going to give you cancer. They got this big, gigantic faucet, and I think Greenland. I'm not sure. Can you imagine if Joe Biden or Obama come out and said, we're going to buy Greenland?
They'd get the white coats out and they'd say, we got to
Yeah.
lock them up.
You see that?
Or they'd get the
coming
votes.
out. Yeah,
These people, they say, oh, that's our guy.
Yeah, we don't
Attack
care.
Canada.
He can do what he wants. He can go out and grape women. He
Go
can
on
go out.
Fifth Avenue.
Yeah. Well, there's a thing, and I don't know how true this is, and I was going to look up because I was thinking about it today, but from what I remember and been told, and for entertainment purposes, not facts, that he was sued, I think, by 7 different families for inappropriate behavior with minors, where he paid millions of dollars. Now, whether that's, I want to look up, so I'm not saying that that's true, but if that is, how can you vote for a man like that?
That's,
The thing is, how can you vote? Me as a veteran, this is one of my main reasons. And I tell anybody that's military personnel have served, or you voted for Trump, when he allowed January the 6th to happen and did nothing, but went back. I mean, there wasn't something just like everybody decided to come that day because Trump was speaking 2 or 3 months in advance. Months in advance, he was communicating with Proud Boys. He was
They had
communicating with
T-shirts
other groups.
made.
Yeah.
Yes.
And got to come and stop the steal. And then when they got there, they said, well, he told everybody that, to go in peace. He said that 3 times, and 30 times he said, we got to fight like hell.
Bingo.
We got to take back our country. We got to stop the steal. They can't do this to us. And
Bingo.
he got them riled up and sent them to the Capitol. But like I said, it was a peaceful demonstration.
It was a day of love.
Yeah, the day of
Crazy.
love. Yeah, that's why 140 police officers got the shit kicked out of them. One had his eye gouged out. One had his back broken. The others were just beat to hell. One was beat so badly that he wound up having PTSD, and he
Sure.
wound unalived himself altogether.
Yes.
Out of
yes.
that, 6 people got unalived over a course of, I don't know, from the beginning until the last one unalived himself. But when
And-
Trump went back and sat for 3 hours and 7 minutes and didn't do a thing, his daughter even testified that she had asked him 3 times to intervene, and he did nothing. He had cabinet members that did nothing. He didn't call up the National Guard. He didn't go on Twitter, with his little fingers. He sat there, and I don't know if it's right to say it, as a man, he sat there and probably grabbed his third leg and
The mushroom. Go ahead.
mushroom them. So what do we want to call it? And got off on it. And when he did
He's
finally
sick.
tell him to
Yeah.
go,
He's a sick man.
it was when they dropped the American flag and let it fall to the ground and put his image up. That's when he texted everybody. And then he thanked them. He thanked them for being loyal. And that's why when Trump came out, then somebody asked me the other day, they said, do you think Trump brought racism out in people? And I said, yeah. He gave them the okay because the president of the United States and the guy running for the president of the United States again gave the okay. It's okay to be racist. It's
Yeah.
okay not to respect people.
Oh, it
And
makes
he
me
proved
sick.
he proved that when he was in presidency, and like when they had the I don't know, the 3K marching and doing
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
and that one that hit the crowd, and he said,
Oh,
know,
yeah.
there's good on each side, it's good and bad on each side. No, if you're a Ku Klux or a 3K member or a Proud Boy member, you're not an American. You're not for democracy. You're for
Absolutely.
going back and as far back as you want. And they took over in the 20s, 30s when we did the switch. Because as a Democrat, and they want to keep saying it was the Democrats that started the Triple K. Actually, it was some Irish, and when they started the 3K, I won't go through the names.
Yeah.
They started it as something good. They would have these little hand out candy and stuff to children, and the way they got the name, I mean, it's not even a name, but it stuck. And then later, if you will, what was 1862, 60, somewhere, just around what time the Civil War would start, is because they didn't want to give up slavery. Democrats, and the Republicans wanted everybody to be free, which was a great thing. But it was the Democrats because the Southern Democrats didn't want to give up the slaves because they were doing, they would have to pay them more. They would absolutely have to respect them. But the reason they didn't want to give them up because it was their property, and they wasn't going to lose money on their property. So to be honest and fair, and I told people this, it was the Democrats that would not do this, but you Republicans took over at some point. And if you go into the 40s, the 50s, into the 60s, Why do we have to have National Guard at high schools? That because we as Democrats wanted to allow certain groups of people to go to school, to go to grade schools. Why was it that they couldn't sit on a bus? Why was it? And you know the thing about what was the name? Oh good God, the one that sat down on the bus.
Rosa
She didn't.
Parks.
Yeah, Rosa Parks. I had the name right there.
Yeah.
She didn't sit down on the bus because she was protesting. She sat down because she was tired. She'd been on the feet all day. And no, it's history. You go look at it. And she sat on the bus. Well, it was the advocates for freedom, which was good, that went and approached her and used her more or less as a model to do the boycott of the busing.
Right.
And they won. Unfortunately, they won. You know, and look at what they do right now. They don't want gays. They don't want lesbians. They don't want I pronounce the L group. They don't want those groups. Yeah, they don't want the drag queens. You know, the drag queens are out reading stories to our children. But I guess it's no worse than what Trump said. You know, your kid goes to he's kindergarten to whatever grade. He goes to school one day, and he leaves that morning, but he doesn't come home that night. So here I am, mom and dad are sitting in the show watching TV. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and you know, the dad looks over at the mom, or the mom looks over at the dad. Hey, where's little Johnny? Oh, little Johnny's still at school. He'll be back Wednesday. Wednesday comes. And little Mary comes to the door. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Guess what? I'm not a boy anymore. You got your daughter, Mommy. Yeah, give me a break.
It's unbelievable what he says.
Oh,
God.
like
Listen,
eating. Yeah, go
it's
ahead.
No, I was just going to say, BScoop and I were going to be wrapping this up. We've been on for a while.
Oh,
and,
it's fine.
Where I'm so glad you came up, though. It's so interesting when people share their stories. That's what it's all about, you know?
You know, it's like I said, because I'm not the smartest man in the room, but I tried to learn. I tried to learn, you know. And I've been in, you know, I was in this one live, well, he comes on a lot more now, or less, but his name was Rooster. And just an example, I was talking about something that was supposed to have been something that Trump did. And he brought up the facts and said, no, you can't do that in here, Jim. And I said, oh, and I got presented the facts. I said, okay, I'm sorry, I won't do that anymore. And it was the thing about Trump supposedly saying the reason he would run as a Republican because they would vote for him because of the most stupidest people there is.
Oh,
something like that. He actually didn't say that.
Right.
That's what I found out. But I went by what I was told by a couple of good friends. And I passed that on. And I said, okay, I'm wrong. I think I'm all bent out of shape.
Right, exactly. We could admit it. I mean, that was like a false story that went around. I remember that one, sure.
You know, it's like, you know, I wouldn't want to sit next to Trump when he shits his diaper because you can look at him and the only two people sitting there and you can say, well, you know, sir, I'm not the one that shit my pants. Did you just shit? Oh, no. You know? Now, if he looked at me and I shit my diaper, he'd go, did you just shit? Yeah. Smell good?
And
so anyway, I'll let you go and I'll come back.
He'll say the
Yeah,
20th
please
is
come
definitely
back.
a crappy day.
Yeah.
It's a crappy day. Thank you, Charles.
No problem.
All right.
Charlie.
I'm going to
care.
that kind of thing. And thank you, sir, for bringing me up. I appreciate
Yes,
it. You go ahead and
thank you.
drop me out and
Okay,
sign
thank
off.
you.
I appreciate
Sure.
it.
Good. Thanks. Thank you. Oh, BScoop, wasn't that great?
Oh, that was great. See a different perspective.
Yeah. And, you
He
know, I
wasn't
just
shoving
I,
anything down your throat.
Right.
That was shocking to
I
me
always
because I
find
was watching
people-
Breaking Points.
I even forgot the name of that one. No, but here he is, 76. He's on TikTok. I mean, this app has really reached all generations.
Yeah.
In all corners of our country, you know, every segment of the population.
Yep.
Anyway, we've been going for over 2.5 hours now, BScoop. 2 hours, 40
Oh, are
minutes.
they just exhausted with us and the
I don't
Sissy Show
know.
live? I mean, stay tuned.
The
There's
sissy.
more to come
Yeah, we should
for day
change the name
5.
of this. The
Yeah.
Sissy
I
Show
like
Live.
I like some of the recommendations from the controlling party, I'll call it. No, that's my new thing. It's, what's the controlling census say? Because, I'm going to agree with them. What? Not for anyone else, heaven forbid. It's all about me.
And this is how, again,
Yeah, well,
history is how we got into the mess in World War
yeah,
II. And I mean, Charles made such an amazing point, something that I
yeah,
often thought of, right? How did
yeah,
one man,
yeah,
H man, do what he did to bamboozle so many
yeah,
people? And yet here we are.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
scary.
Well, it
Anyway,
speaks to where the masses' minds are.
yeah. The masses and the asses, right?
Yeah. Or
All
we'll
right. What do
find
you
out the whole
think?
thing was a sham and Elon did a few beep boop eep boops with his big server, him and
Again.
Hillary.
Whose server is bigger?
Oh, Hillary or Elon's?
I have a feeling it's Hillary.
Oh, tune into the 8 p.m. special. I'll be in full drag.
Now
Code
there you
name
go.
Candy.
That'll get you on camera, right?
Oh yeah, that'll raise a few eyebrows.
Oh, I follow plenty of drag queens on here.
Sure.
Some of them do their makeup, some of them do full comedy
I
skits and
hopefully one of
singing and
them
everything.
come in and they scream and yell and do some dance numbers on the some of the appearances.
Yes. Well, some people put a lot of work into this, unlike us. Uh,
Me and you were just like, whatever.
could you imagine taking an hour to do your makeup to sit on
No.
this?
To get yelled at and be controlled?
Yeah. Oh God, we
Oh,
got our first. He
gosh.
was really the two yesterday weren't as
Yikes.
uptight as this guy was today.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's
it's
Lemon's
Tuesday,
cousin.
He's tired of working and he's only 21. So
Oh God.
he's got another
Did you
60
notice how he
years.
threw that in there? I was working today,
Oh, yeah, because they
insinuating that you
think we were
two
sitting at
weren't.
home eating chips all day and watching,
Well,
reruns
I
of
did
Jerry
have
Springer.
chips.
And
I did have garlic and
right.
onion chips with my tuna
I would have
sandwich.
corrected him and said, well, I was watching Breaking Points and popcorn. So sorry. Okay. And deleting all those photos.
We're
Yeah, I
gonna
can.
hack your iCloud
Yeah.
tonight.
Oh, I'm getting those emails too. So don't fall for that scam either. That's going
What's that?
around.
What are they saying?
Well,
Your
there's a new.
iCloud's out of space?
Yeah, and they want you to buy and uh, jokes on them. I'm broke, so I'm homeless. I mean,
Well, they spend so much time making these emails and text messages look
right.
so legitimate.
Yeah. Well,
I saw a
good
terrible
thing I'm
video.
illiterate.
The good thing. I saw a video of a woman at a buying all those gift cards, but she was like buying
Oh,
dozens of them.
yeah.
And somebody called the police to help. Thank God,
Yes.
because he
Yeah.
came over. He said, "Give me that phone." And she goes, "Oh no, I'm in trouble." And the cops saying, "You're not getting that damn thing.
Oh,
Please
yeah.
put her back on the phone, sir. Please put her back on the phone, sir." And he said, "No, no." Thank God, because it was like $40,000. It was not like
Oh, yeah.
500. Even any amount is bad, but 40 grand. This
Oh,
poor woman, she
it's
thinks, "Oh,
terrible.
they're gonna come and arrest me." Oh God.
Oh, I know. It's terrible.
It is. So be vigilant. Don't fall for the scams.
Yes.
Where's the
Well,
camera?
looks like they did. They fell for the biggest one of all.
Yeah, didn't we?
Well, not me.
I think I'm in a coma. I really do. I think
Wow.
I'm dreaming all this.
You
I
might
dreamed I
be.
hosted Saturday Night Live the other night. Did I tell you that?
No.
I was
Really?
arguing with Lorne Michaels. Yes.
Wait a minute. That sounds like something that really would happen, though, because Lorne likes to argue.
Yeah. Well, I listen to a lot of stuff about SNL, like the Dana Carvey and David Spade podcast.
Yeah.
They have all SNL people come on and they talk about all the behind the scenes stuff. So that's probably why I had the
Oh,
dream.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah. They've had Lorne on for like 4 hours because he's so,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
just amazing, and
Wow.
everyone that comes on like does an impression of Lorne, which is like the Dr. Evil character.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I can do it. I don't
Oh,
even
yeah.
think I've attempted.
Isn't that where did Michael
Right.
Myers get that from? Lorne? The
Yes, the
the
Doctor
evil?
Evil. Yeah, right,
Mm,
right, right.
right.
I'll tell you the best thing I heard on that podcast. When the famous Sinead O'Connor incident happened, she sang
Oh
and she
my
ripped up the Pope,
gosh.
and the audience was silent, right at the
Right.
end. And Lorne turned to, I don't know if it was Dana Carvey or David Spade,
Uh-huh.
and all Lorne said was Irish. Isn't that fantastic? Speaking of scams, look at I'm getting one right now on the phone. Scam likely. Can't see it. Can't
Let's
see it.
see.
Oh, it went away.
Go live.
Scam likely.
Pick
No.
it up.
Should I?
Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
What's your social?
Hello?
Are they there?
Can't hear anything.
They hung up. Send me gift cards. Who was
Oh,
it? Was it
man.
Billy?
Billy! Oh,
It's
God.
Billy.
Please. Can you
What if
imagine?
Billy comes around and sees that we're still on? He'll just have a complete meltdown.
Well, you got 3 people. Who do you think you
Well,
are? You're clueless.
who do you think you are?
You can't
Being
answer my
live
question.
without yelling at me.
Oh,
Because
God.
that's not what we're here to do.
I think I gotta have something to eat.
All
I
right.
really worked up an appetite today.
You sure did. Wow. Like I
Wow.
said, just a 30-minute today would be great because,
Just
I do have to get to those emails and get back to Hillary. So
We're at 2 hours and 46 minutes.
I'm going on like a 4-hour marathon.
Let's do it. Hey, if you want to stay on, we can stay on. I don't, I just, I'm thinking of all the delicious things I purchased today.
Mm. So,
Chicken.
how are the food prices? What's going on with the food prices? What did they
Well,
say? Big signs, big changes next week? Like, or
what
we'll
was
be lucky
funny?
if we're open next week.
Now, let me see. I was at Shaw's and everything
Okay.
was on sale. I was very
Oh,
surprised.
closing sale.
I know. I don't know what that was about.
Closing the 20th.
It seemed like everything was like 2 for 1 or everything I bought was on sale. But
Oh, I know what I wanted to say just really quick before we do wrap up. Somebody, I have to find it again. Someone was screaming about a big event coming sooner than later, possibly. They said, wow, could be the 18th or the 19th. I said, oh boy, Lucky was talking about this.
oh,
And I said, oh
but they
gosh.
didn't give any details. Just
No, yeah,
something
just
big
that,
might happen on the 18th.
yeah. And I said, well, I won't put that paper bag over my head after all that.
I
I'll
mean, that's the
wait.
day before. It's supposed
Right.
to.
Well, there's the rally on the 19th,
Oh, dear God. Have
which
mercy.
no one can seem to figure out why,
It's a day of
except
love.
that, right, except that we were told to do it.
Isn't that funny? I know. Why is he doing
What is
this?
this whole thing, like this whole, I told you to, or you will listen to me? Yes, I will.
Maybe he's afraid nobody would show up at the inauguration, so
Oh,
he's
that's
having.
true. It is a long weekend. I mean,
Oh, is it? What's that?
yeah,
What's the holiday?
it's called a day off. Well, I think I think it should be called Trump weekend, personally, so.
Oh, it's Martin Luther King Day.
Oh, don't say that too loud. I wasn't going to say it.
Oh, is Trump going to get rid of Martin Luther King Day because it's his
I
inauguration
think
day?
he should. He's the president.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Well, I won't be watching. I gotta dust off my
I
Pat
have
Boone
other
records.
plans. I have to dig a hole in the
I
backyard,
gotta do a
so
lot of dusting on the 20th. A lot of dust in here, as you well know.
but be sure to follow us on the Twitch
Yeah, join us on Twitch,
and
Twitter.
yell at us over there.
Yes, Clapper.
Clapper.
I actually looked at Red Note last night. Did you look at it?
No,
Yeah.
does it really exist?
Yes, that's what I said because it's in
Wait
Chinese.
a
It doesn't say
minute.
Red Note. I looked it up right in the App Store, but
Really?
it doesn't say Red Note, it says Chinese letters that apparently spell Red Note because it's like the #1 downloaded app now. And
I wouldn't put that on my phone. Well, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
it's on an alternate device because there
Yeah,
were a
you.
couple of
I
TikTokers
would hope
talking
so.
about it, and I found them on there. I only follow like 2 people,
Yeah,
but I wanted to check it out, but I couldn't make heads or tails of it. But apparently, I get it, but you're right. I don't get it because it's like we're banning one app,
that's what I'm saying.
but yet we're flocking to an app that
Uh-huh.
is deliberately owned.
Deliberately going to spy on you.
Yes. Yes.
That I agree
Which
with. Like this one, I don't think is, but
the other criticism a lot of people had to say about the politicians when they were talking about TikTok and
right.
debating is that they don't even know anything about technology. They don't have the jargon uh, to know how to even discuss it. So
Yeah.
that's very frustrating to young people. It's like trying to help your elderly family member set up their phone. They just don't even know. Well, if I have my own email, why do they want my email? It's like, I have my own tunes. I don't want iTunes.
Jones.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not putting that in. What password?
Your banking password.
I helped in-laws mother, 84, still very sharp, but she had like signed up for Amazon Prime Video twice with 2 different devices or something, and to try to figure out what device, what credit card, what email was connected to what, just to have one. I mean,
Yeah.
hours. It's like I have
Sure.
to be a therapist. I have to talk them through it. Now, what
I
were you
know.
thinking the day
Right.
that you did this and you set it up? And
Right. And look at poor Janice even got the scam box that's going around.
I know. Now, wait a
It's
minute. I wanted to hear more
crazy.
about that. They actually mailed something to
Yes,
her.
they do. Yes. And it's going to be something very, like, it's just like strange. It might be a string, a cheap bracelet.
I'm in a coma. This can't be real.
It's legit real. It's going across the nation. People are falling for this. And
So you type in the little
they send you a
address.
website or a phone number. People call it. And because they think that, well, wait a minute. Everyone thinks with Amazon, they think, wait, was I charged for this? Because like I'm not paying for this. It's a string,
Wow.
you know.
And then you call and it's
You
someone saying you
call,
owe
they say,
money.
please verify your name, your
Oh,
social, your credit card number you
no,
used.
no, no,
Well,
no.
here it is. Can you check? Sure. Please hold. Click.
Mother's maiden name, please.
That's right. Social. PIN code number 123. And what's your first name again?
Yeah.
Hillary.
What street did you live on? What are your security questions? Your
Right.
first dog?
What's your first dog's name? Milo.
Yappy Doggerless.
Yappy Doggala.
Wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow.
Yeah. So it's just crazy.
Are you looking at the pictures today on the other streams?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what I was going to mention? You have a Roku TV. You might be able to stream this right on your
Let's get it on
Roku.
the Roku,
I
everybody.
think you have the Twitch app right
Wait,
on
let
the
me go over
Roku.
there. Well, I don't know. Well, I'll have to download it.
Well,
Let me
you
go
don't
to
have to do it
you.
now, but I mean, yeah.
I'm going.
Then you could just
I'm
have it
going to the
playing.
YouTube. Bloop bloop.
Because
I'm
I
guessing
really get
someone's
all.
watching a certain show that was referenced about 50 times by now.
Oh. With an S.
No, with an S. Get it right.
Oh.
Do some reading.
I mean, you're really, you're really embarrassing yourself.
You know, you act like you guys know everything.
But I only like watch one thing.
I watch NPR radio.
You watch it or listen
Yeah,
to it?
yeah,
Neither.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's not what I
government.
said, man.
It's a government website. Imagine thinking that NPR, National Public Radio, their website, this is what he says, is a government website. What does that mean? It is not it has nothing to do with the
But see,
government.
this is the other thing. People think they know which ones are government websites. We should do that. Put them up, and I'm
But are they,
watching us on YouTube. Oh
I mean,
wow,
is he insinuating that
the Roku.
if NPR is a government website like North Korea has a government website that just puts out propaganda?
Yeah.
No. They're an independent journalistic entity. We have funding. The Corporation of Public Broadcasting is a private company that gets money from taxes from the government that then funds NPR stations and NPR but I mean, oh God, it's
know.
news. It's independent public radio news, and they're some of the best journalists anywhere. I like NPR because it reminds me of that old school radio, just the facts.
Mm-hmm.
The top of the hour newscast,
Wow.
just the facts. 5
Are
minutes of
we
news.
technically allowed to talk about facts anymore, too? I mean, you can't tell jokes. You can't tell any facts. That's why there are no court cases anymore.
Telling
It's
you.
just crazy.
Speaking of facts, I gotta get.
You
Let's see
gotta
if we
eat.
can get this. It's coming through. BScoop.
Poor Janice. She checked out about
Oh
on the
God,
5th hour.
we may never hear from her again.
She's done. She was all set.
Boy, oh boy,
Oh,
that was a performance today. Wow.
a tale to tell she gave.
She kept on muting herself, and then you
I
hear in the
know.
background, la da dee, la da da. You know, she reminds me of Glenda from Wicked.
Yeah.
She's like, we're gonna make you popular.
Popular.
Lar.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Have you heard any of the bootleg audio from Sunset Boulevard going
Oh,
around?
have I? Yes. And I've watched many leaked clips.
Wait a minute. Those you have to send to me. I've not seen those. I've only heard audio.
Oh,
Because, I was going to see that when I
Really?
drove back from Florida.
That's right, you were.
But I was too tired by the time I
Yeah.
got up here. I was like, oh.
Just want to make sure Tom Francis is in the role if you do go, because I think he's fantastic.
I have seen some video of him, yeah.
Outstanding. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
probably the same video I saw. I mean, there's not much
Well,
out
no,
there.
no,
I
no.
mean,
It wasn't the stage. I've seen him. They have him walking on the street doing the opening number or whatever it is.
oh, yeah.
I
It's
mean,
so funny. I had all these clips saved, but clearly they got deleted because, it's
That's
it's
what
not
happened.
allowed to film. And this is when it was
Right.
in London.
Oh,
And somebody pretty practically had the whole show up, and I have it
Wow.
all saved.
well, that's where you don't have a
All gone.
desktop, do you?
No, I threw it out when I had, the big cover up, me and Hillary. So,
Oh,
hey, facts are facts. I'm willing to admit. See?
well, I was gonna say there are workarounds. I don't know if. Let me think.
Well, I
Maybe
wish I
you
knew
know what?
that.
Hold it. I think you can do it on an iPad or a phone. You have to download the Firefox browser.
Let me just roll out my server. Hold on.
Yes, we have our own server, and boy,
My own server. What do you mean your own server? They serve you food or something?
when you think about it, what were they trying to get at?
What are you getting at? What do you mean you have a server?
All about those emails. They
Well,
went
Charlie
wild
was
over
great
emails.
too. Charlie was amazing.
Oh, I was so happy he came in.
I'm gonna have to follow him too.
Yeah, I followed him
Yeah.
because when he goes into other people's lives, I'll see and I can follow him. But everyone is live since this thing is going away. I got like every one of I have 20 lives and I can't even get through them because I want to see everybody. I love so many people. Oh, there's a young man on here. I love these guys. His name is Johnny.
Uh-huh.
Is it Papadopoulos or something like that? But he is a riot. I'm going to send it to you. He is a riot. He just
too funny.
knows how to handle these MAGA people. He does not take any BS, let me tell you. Johnny. I
Yeah.
got that Yappy Doggerless in my head, so I can't think of his. But people know Johnny. Johnny. He's got
Johnny!
great hair. He's got a poofy hair. But there's so many good creators on here that
Oh,
did
yeah.
someone mention on our live, was it yesterday, that there's like $10 billion of business done through TikTok?
Yes, that's what someone said yesterday. I had no idea.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So,
nothing to shake a stick at.
and somebody was saying that Trump can just simply sign away this whole thing come
Oh, you mentioned that. I wanted to follow up
Monday.
on that. What do you mean he can sign away? Sign what?
I have no clue.
Or
I tuned
veto
right
or
out.
what we got to follow up on that. What, can he veto something?
Yeah, like he can pause it enough so
Well,
he can
he's like
find a
a
buyer.
wizard. Of course, he's like a wizard.
Oh,
He can
of course.
go on Fifth Avenue. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh God.
I guess that's what the presidents can do, which begs the question, why doesn't Joe do it then?
Well, but wait a minute.
But
Isn't
Joe's checking out, so well, he already checked out. I think Joe checked out a long time ago, though.
but isn't no. It's my understanding, and I don't know. I'm probably need fact check on this, but it was not Joe directly, but he was made aware of the security possibilities, and I think he's for banning it, from what I understand.
Oh, okay.
And again, I mean, the ban has such a strong word, but
Well,
it's like
that's just it,
it's got to be secured. You
Yeah.
know, I think is what it is.
Yeah. I think there'll be a workaround. I wouldn't worry.
I'm worried.
Nah.
What am I going to do at 3 o'clock in the morning when I can't sleep because my eyes are glued to the phone?
You'll be on the clapper.
Clapper, clap.
Clapper.
Clapper. I think that has potential. Elon Musk's name has come up. You know, Trump himself probably will buy it. I mean, can a
Yeah,
president buy it?
perfect.
Why not?
Why not?
He's got truthless
He's
social
got-
media. He could just
He's
merge
got everything
them.
else. He's got America. He's got Greenland. He might as well take
Golden
China's
sneakers,
TikTok.
golden coins,
Tick-tock.
bitcoins, cryptocurrency.
Wow, Trump would want this saved. I mean, he got 34% of the vote, he said. From the young voters here, man.
Oh yeah, the young people.
Yeah, the young people love it. It's
You know,
great.
I saw a nice guy, Good Trouble. He's another good one. Good Trouble, handsome guy. He made a great video just about
Yeah.
how disappointing, because it's become a business, really. I mean, people are making a little bit of money, a lot of money,
Yeah,
whatever.
I know.
But this Ed Markey thing might go through. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see, right? I mean, it's only Wednesday tomorrow, so
Yeah. Well, time is of the essence.
sure
All right.
is.
Did I just see a flashing light, or I'm blacking out? I
Oh,
think
I have no clue.
the aliens. Was that an orb?
Beep,
Somebody just
boop,
flashed a light in the
bloop,
window, I
bloop.
think. Anyway, I am hungry. It's 3
Okay.
hours.
Oh, wow. World record.
We're getting there. Just as this is
Oh,
going away, we're
boy.
going to be at 4,
I
5,
know.
6 hours. No,
That's
it's
okay.
fine.
We'll be on YouTube.
It was exactly.
TikTok, you don't stop. To the TikTok, you don't
Oh,
Well,
this
we hope
probably
Janice
comes
is
through.
okay.
Yeah, I'll check in with her after.
And
this.
let's say thank you to Billy.
Thank you, Billy.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you,
And
Janice.
was that it? And Janice and everybody, and following,
Yeah,
and my
and all
friend
the haters. And,
sent a few likes and roses. I forget what he did, and I don't even know
oh,
what
yeah,
that
the
means.
gifters.
And the gifters, and the grifters, everybody. Thank you,
The
really.
grifters and everyone.
All right, so let me stop this stream first because I always forget to do.